Good evening, everybody. There was no scuff at the beginning of the stream. There was no war in Ba Sing Se. There was no war in the Opp Block, okay? It was all a group hallucination, okay? I fucking wish. Right, how is everybody doing this evening? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me quickly change the screens whilst I talk for a bit. And I'm muted on Discord because I'm such a pro streamer, everybody. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? How are we all doing? So you can just guess by the title of the stream. We got a few things to go through tonight, okay? Um, Hold on. I need to do something because Fishy requested this. Hold on. How's everybody doing? We'll re-chat in just a moment. Apparently the Gremlins cope chord wanted to be known when the music was over. I don't think I play it for very long, okay? Oh god, let me remove the at everyone ping from that. I'm sure Beckett would love that. Let me just ping Fishy instead. Fuck, what's even his fucking name in here? Yeah, I'm just gonna bother Fishy. Fuck him. Just for you. You happy now? We happy now? Please don't be doing that, Neverless. This isn't Marvel Rivals either. Listen, okay? I do want to do a gaming stream, okay? But how do I even begin this, okay? How do I even begin addressing this? I'm not happy. I'm really not happy, to say the least. I don't know how, I can't remember how much I really expressed it last stream, where I kind of like, gave my thoughts and feelings on it. I think it was more so out of a place of confusion with this whole topic, right? It was less so like I did not believe what people were saying or like how stuff went down. It was more so a level of like trying to get a better picture in my head before I start going off, and making some fucking wild statements, right? Because I think I know I'm like being really dancey around it at the moment, but I think what really got to me with this is out of everyone around me, I expected to fuck up. I did not expect Fauci. What did I just do? I almost removed Nevertheless as a mod because I fucking fat fingered the trackpad. Nice. Um, but yeah. I think out of everyone around me who could have fucked up, I genuinely did not expect Fauci. Trust me, I had been trying to be in good faith, trying to be looking at stuff behind the scenes before I ended up covering this, okay? And the more I looked, the more I learned how annoyed I was. Um, there's a few things that I want to like clarify with this whole thing if we get later into the stream, as it depends on how far we get it, right? There's like a thing that I realized in relation to the stuff with Himpleton specifically. If I get to the Himpleton call tonight, I will talk about it when we get to that part. If not, then someone remind me and I'll make sure to mention it before the stream ends, right? But I feel like I should probably like give like a TLDR or a basis for what we're actually going to talk about, because I know some of you guys aren't fully aware of the situation, because not every single person, is fisting their monitor instead of the grass outside, right? So, how do I even explain this? This starts off with what? How does it even start? Fuck me, man. I'm such a pro streamer. Basically started with basically a little scuffle, right, with Mrao and Fauci, right? Is how it kind of like all started. That obviously caused people to start looking more into like stuff. I think from like Mrao's side. Look, me and Mrao. I don't think he has an opinion on me, right? We have never interacted. I think a lot of people don't have a good opinion on Mrao, and that I like. Look, I'm not gonna like sit here and crucify you for it, right? Again, I have critique with it, right? But whatever, that's beside the point, right? But obviously the information is good at the end of the day, right? and that kind of led into people starting to speak out, I guess. Starting with Rowena, from my understanding, with stuff coming out about it, in terms of like the relationship side. Um, and then a lot of the stuff in relation to, and then it kind of like had like people basically releasing mod calls, right? So again, I'm really sorry if I'm like, struggling to like say this eloquently. I did try and like have stuff prepared for this, like, opening, like talking about this. But I can't lie, right? It does affect me. Um it's one of the reasons why it took me a while to end up talking about like the goat stuff. Because as much as goat did fuck up, it was a friend who did it, and it did hurt, right? I really hate to be that guy as well, but are you going to talk about what happened with Mahi as well? Just curious. It's fine if you don't want to. I already have. I already talked about the stuff with Mahi. When my last stream, I'm pretty sure that I think it was like the last stream I did. I did talk about Mahi. It's why they've no longer been a co-host, or come on for the streams every now and then, right? But yeah, basically, from my understanding, it's kind of the first thing, at least, right? I think the best way to do this is just talk about like this with, as we come to each part of this drama. Oh, you're fine, Mitch. So we start with a mod call that Fauci ends up happening with a bunch of staff, where it seems he just is trying to fire them. I haven't heard the entire call. I'm not gonna lie, chat, I've been trying to keep up with this drama, right? Because, this is someone who I was associated with. But fuck me, is it difficult. There's a lot of like blackballing when it comes to people like KJ. But I think the best way to really start this, because I am waffling a lot, is just to, get into it, basically. It came out that Fauci and Cloudy cooped the Opp Block, the OG Opp Block, and then tried to blackball KJ and Ash. Yeah. It was just a firing call. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how far. I think when it comes to the longer sections, I may skim around. We will see, because I know one of them, which is the Cloudy call that Beckett has. It's a live stream. I understand why Beckett, doesn't want to just give out the raw call, which is fair enough, right? But I think we're going to start with a mod call and then move in from there. There's a lot of backstory, to be fair. No one likes to have their friend turn out to be Snake. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing that really confused me, I think what really kind of like stumped me when I was trying to wrap my head around this, I've never really dealt with a whisper campaign before, If you ask him, he said he would. Did not know that. I haven't had a chance to speak to Beckett recently. Yeah, that's a fair point. But apparently there's some good needed context in that stream anyway, so I feel like it's probably gonna be worth the watch anyway. But yeah, I think I'll dawdled enough. Yeah, if you could do that, Ivy, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, I think we're just gonna get started, chat. Okay? Are we sitting comfortably, guys? Also, I have seen something, right? I don't know which one of you little gremlins did this, but this was evil. Oh. Hold on. Where did I grab this? I sent this to someone. Dude, whoever did this was fucked up. Hold on. And for those who aren't getting this by now, why this is fucked up, hold on. Fuck me. You've seen it before, Yan. Ren's whole situation was a whisper campaign. Yeah, true. True. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway. Right, we're gonna begin this, okay, chat? Let's begin.
A little bit.
Nice.
All right. I guess. I'll just disconnect it real quick.
Fucking hell. Why the 84 of you? Guys, if you want to, right? Hit a like, subscribe, do all the fun things, right? Feel free to donate if you want, okay? It helps me out a lot. It goes towards the PC fund. And meanwhile, you guys who are the Beckett audience, right? You guys may get stickers, but over here you get marshmallows, okay? That's my whole gimmick now, okay? Evil. Anyways.
All right. So I just wanted to talk real quick, just because there's like some changes in the Discord, things like that. Just want to kind of discuss it real quick. Um, Currently we have enough mods, so I'm going to make the decision to start relieving people of mod duties because I don't think the ops and other staff things need to be doing mods. So we're going to be shifting things around because like priorities have shifted, stuff like that, and we have a dedicated mod team. So
This is just... I know where this is going, right? And just hearing this fresh really fucks with me. This feels like... How do I explain this? It's like when your boss is firing you, right? But they're not, like, telling you the actual reasons for why. Or they're trying to start off soft, right? When there's actually, like, a more personal reason that they've got. It's like a malicious firing, if that makes sense. How do I say that? Yeah, it's literally, there's, like, no way around... Yeah.
you guys don't have to mod anymore, and we're just going to shift some things. So when it comes to that, so we're going to be just alleviating mod rules. So if you don't see the mod team stuff, that's pretty much why. It's probably easier. Cloudy is in charge of the Discord anyways. That's been her role for a period of time. And B has been very gracious to set up the bots. Zaint has been on top of it as well. Salt has been on top of it. And Potato has been actually fucking great. Tracking a lot of the shitters and stuff like that come from other circles and things like that. So we're going to be doing that. So if you guys see things transition out, that's pretty much why.
Can I turn it down a little bit? Yeah, sure. Hold on. He's quite loud. It's okay. You got sensitive ears, champ.
Created a staff role, obviously. So if there's any staff stuff like the editing or YouTube thumbnails that we do in that Discord, it's going to be there. Obviously, if stuff and research happens in this Discord, still going to exist. Still going to exist that way moving forward. So you're going to see things like shift around and all that nonsense.
Well, what confuses me about this statement, right? From my understanding, it was only Ash doing thumbnail work, right? Or was there someone else who was doing it? Now, again, what's weird about it is it's like, oh yeah, you guys are going to get, like, staff roles, right? And you guys will have access to X, Y, and Z. That doesn't make any sense. I can't hear it. Could you turn it up? Guys, I can never win. It doesn't make any sense, because if you're firing the one person who's doing thumbnails, why would that matter? Am I misconstruing him? Like, why even have that as, like, a thing if you're not gonna let these people do their jobs? Or the thing that they're doing. What's also, again, just to, like, for some reason, if you guys, like, don't understand, the Opp Block has always seemed, from my understanding, always started as a group channel. Which is what makes it weird. Because all these people basically came from FPS Diesel's community, or, what was his name? Westside Tyler, right? That kind of, like, crowd, right? They all kind of, like, came in to the Opp Block, right? From, like, a group of friends, right? To work on this one channel. So it's really interesting to see stuff going down like this, because from my understanding, it seems that it's Fauji wanting to basically be the central focus on the channel. Now, I know that's, like, been kind of, like, the gist with the Opp Block for a while, right? It's like, Fauji's, like, the quote-unquote, like, main host, or the most... How do I word this? The most concurrent, like, host, right? Who's, like, always there, right? Because he, like, owns the channel. He's, like, the one who is always there. But when it comes to, like, the channel, it's kind of been a whole thing of, like, it's a group that are on it, right? And then you know, I think I would be pissed if I worked on a project with someone, you know, for who knows how long, and then I'm getting fired from that project, basically. Thank you very much, the Blue Yokai, for the $5 US. Opp Block started as a joke. He talked as a boss to his friends and regularly called this a hobby. Lol. Us new mods didn't know that was intentional. Interesting. Well, it's more so a thing, right? Of like, I understand like devil's advocacy here, right? If the channel started off as a hobby and then worked towards being a more like, I want to make this into a profitable thing, right? But there needs to be like communication there, and not just binning off people around you, right? Who haven't actually done anything. Well, and we'll get on to the stuff with like Ash and stuff like that and my opinions on it as we go on. But yeah.
I also believe, if I remember correctly, for people who have individual channels, like I know Q, you, and Ash have talked about doing individual channel stuff, and kind of bringing about the cynical report. Your stuff's still going to be open. Your stuff is still going to be there. Certain perms will just change. It's just kind of the way it is. But we're just trying to consolidate parts of the Discord a little bit better, so we kind of separate how things work. You know, it's just kind of how it is. Everyone has new responses.
Consolidate the Discord. Consolidates down, you know, so downsizing, right? I don't understand. Okay. Thank you very much, Kicking the Swede, for the 20 Swedish krona. Stole the star stickers from Daddy Becky. I can share. Thank you very much, Kikan. That's very kind of you. He's the main personality of a group ran channels. People will like the dynamics and not who is running the show. Yeah, exactly. It's very different from, like, for example, the dynamic that, like, me and Ace have. Like, we're very much, like, you know, we're both, like, you know, really good friends, right? And we'll always, you know, come on each other's streams, you know? I mean, that's kind of, like, how I started in terms of, like, having a stream appearance. I would be on Ace's. But then we kind of, like, diverted into our own things. But with the Opp Block, right? Oh, I guess he's even, like, actually, that's not a good example. You know, with the Opp Block, it is just, like, a group channel. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, when it comes to people like Q, and people can, like, correct me if I'm wrong here, from my understanding, I'm pretty sure Q's whole thing was they didn't really want to be the main guy. They enjoyed being someone who's, like, a little shitter, right? Or, you know, can just appear on the stream and, you know, do stuff like that, right? That's what from my understanding, what Q enjoyed. I believe, so it's interesting that they're doing that, yeah. Ooh, it's K-Huck. Also, thank you very much for the 6 months of membership, K-Huck. Slay, thank you very much, that's very kind of you. So what has actually happened with the Opp Block? Dead, from my understanding. We're gonna get into more of it. I've like barely started it, dude. We're like 2 minutes in. I'm already like, I think I'm like kind of like jumping over points. I'm jumping ahead of myself, but we'll continue.
Abilities, and things that kind of take precedence over that. If there are responsibilities that you no longer want anymore, due to either personal, like personal responsibilities, or like you're just not feeling it anymore, please let me know. I don't fucking like. Realistically speaking, friendship is paramount over staff responsibilities.
This is why I'm firing you. Okay.
But the reality is that I would like to take the channel in a more positive trajectory, as well as a more professional trajectory. And regardless of that, if it affects friendships and relationships, I'd rather just nip it in the bud and say, hey, thank you for being around, kind of thing. Thank you for doing what you do. Take the responsibilities you want. Don't take the responsibilities that you don't want.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Sorry, that feels really worded weirdly. That feels really like juxtaposing. Hold on.
Regardless of that, if it affects friendships and relationships.
So here's the thing also with that like whole professional like point, right? I get it, right? Wanting to like you know, improve the content, right? I entirely understand that point. But if you're doing it with a group of people, that kind of decision, like if, you know, friendship is paramount, right? if you're doing this as like a group, this needs to be a thing that is discussed of like, do we want to do this together? Are we doing this together? Like, not just, right, I don't care, right? We're not doing this as a discussion. You are out of the door. Like, as in, it's just like, you may have your feelings about this, right? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. How am I? It's like you're having a conversation on a train rolling down a hill, and at the end of the hill, it just like entirely cuts off into the void, and you're fucked anyway. And you're having an argument. At the end of the day, the conversation doesn't matter because it's already going towards that cliff. Thank you very much, Jacka Slays, for becoming a member for 1 month. Deed and the old crew, I said Deed. Fuck. Dead and the old crew locked out. The Discord mutinied and is now the Piedom. Free pies for all. I have heard that Pi took over the Discord server. Breaks my heart listening to this because you can hear Killjoy's young child / relatives in the background. Yeah.
Relationships, I'd rather just nip it in the bud and say, hey, thank you for being around, kind of thing. Thank you for doing what you do. Take the responsibilities you want. Don't take the responsibilities that you don't want.
Okay.
And so that's pretty much it. So
Again, that's not like a friendship is paramount thing. That's like that's a business decision. You see why that statement really confuses me, right? Like, friendship is paramount, but we're gonna nip it in the bud right here, you know. If you have like a certain, you know, if you disagree. Interesting. I did not get a notification while chat, and that's why you should hit that bell for the notified for more streams. Anyway.
So some things are going to change, and that's like.
Do you know, like, what specifically is going to change? Like, is there anything that we need to change, or that we
No,
need to...
everything on the Discord side, Cloudy and myself will take care of. So you don't have to worry about that. So none of that stuff is going to like actually change. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if Cloudy has anything to say on it. I don't know if you guys want to have discussions about it. We can.
I'm good with like the amount of editing I've been doing and like the occasional thumbnails. So how it is for now. If anything changes, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately for me, I'm gonna get into editing. I'm gonna get into thumbnail stuff so I can start doing it. Big reason for me is
that. Oh, I really don't like that. I believe that was Greg speaking, right? Oh no, I'm happy to keep doing the thumbnails. Stretches. Actually, I'm gonna be learning how to do that. So you're redundant. What? Fucking hell. Thank you very much, Pigeon Salad, for becoming a member for 4 months. Fauji.exe, better than Turkey Tom, worse than Mussolini. Fucking hell. Spoiler alert, he did not get into editing. Okay.
I need to learn how to do it. It's got to be done. I have to be able to do this just in case one of you is gone, or the eventuality someone says, hey, I want to step away from the channel, and that's completely fine. But I got to learn how to do the other stuff that I wasn't previously doing. So that's the big reason why I'm learning editing. I'm back on the thumbnail game for that specific reason. So if you guys aren't around, either work stuff, house stuff, life stuff, that's perfectly fine. And I pick up the slack. That's why I'm...
Okay, so that's not like a... Okay, so that isn't a firing. Eh? Okay, so it's more so meant to be a thing of, like, filling in the slot is the way this is being pitched, right? Interesting.
Trying to do them a little bit more.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much just how it's going to be. If you guys have questions, concerns, things like that, let me know. Say your piece now so we can kind of figure it out.
I've already separated stuff. So all the D&D stuff is in its own category. I have the staff stuff, or like wherever you put thumbnails, in its own little area. So all the perms and everything should be set to that you guys still see that stuff. I'll just adjust the mod rules. And honestly, the only person that had mod was KJ. I didn't expect Ash or Q to do anything about it, but it's just one of those things. Like I just need to lock some things down.
Down. Okay.
I just want this to be a little bit more efficient because I've started looking at how other bigger, like really big Discords run things, and I like how they do them. And so we're just gonna set that up.
That sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have much in the way to add except is there anything I can do to help, or is it all being taken care of? Because
It's all been taken care
yeah,
of.
that was my assumption because
B,
you know
B stepped in and unironically said, fixing the Discord is my autistic fixation. Please let me do it.
Yeah, I haven't talked to them at all,
know.
and all I see is all the bots and stuff that they.
Yeah, she
Put 'em-
unironically said,
Again, it's something
will sit here and do it for 8
it's something that I've been handling. So
Yeah.
no, I took it to heart when I was I don't know. I didn't want to push anything else on you guys. I feel like I did enough damage, so I took care of
You
things.
didn't do any damage.
yeah, what damage?
Yeah, what damage?
Don't worry about it. Like I said, at this point, it's
Wait, no. What damage? Huh? What do you mean, what damage? Interesting. Thank you very much, Zayla Stonebridge, for the $2 US. Greg's I hate you seems more genuine than a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of person Greg is, but maybe. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of anger and hurt behind Greg's words, along with Ash, KJ, and Q's. Yeah. I mean, this is basically a firing call. I think that's fair. Also, can we get some poor aces in the chat? Thank you.
just kind of like I got it. If I need anything from you guys can DM me. If perms don't work after I adjust things, please let me know. Everything should be working fine though. B and I worked on the bots, and she taught me how to do.
Greg is fine. Yeah, no. I mean, everyone, all the mods here, right? All of the people who basically like left the Opp Block, they're nice people. Okay. What I meant by that is I just like not wanting to read into intention, or you know, things like that. Yen hates me, by the way. Not true. Also, thank you very much. Lyndon works for the $2. This seems like control freak behavior. Yeah, I think I can definitely see that. And I think there's also another aspect with this, with the whole, like, basically want to rein in control of the channel in onto, like, basically, at this point, to Cloudy and Falgi. I think that was definitely a different way of doing this. If that's definitely the way they wanted the channel to be done. But it was not this. Right? I think it still would have been a hard conversation. But this is just bizarre. Very fucking weird.
Some more stuff with the Carl bot.
Yeah.
And once the D&D stuff gets running, I'll make threads and stuff just for the games. So
Yeah,
Let's
and I
go,
think and I
yeah.
think once the D&D stuff happens, I'll roll out a Patreon. So what will happen is then I'll have B work with me to integrate the Patreon into memberships as well as Patreon stuff. So that will have its own like private section of the server.
Thank you very much, Metal Man, for the $2. Did you ever interact much with Cloudy? Yes. I would talk on and off with like both Falgi and Cloudy, which I think is what I think I've said this to a few other people. Which is why I understand the public like consensus of, like Cloudy is just the streamer's partner, right? I definitely see that, right? I can understand how that's seen, but I think for a little while, whilst I was trying to like wrap my head around this, I was having like a hard time doing that because I see her as her own individual, right? But I think at the end of the day, I think Beckett said this, and I agree. Just because just because Cloudy has messed up does not take away from Falgi's L's, which I do agree with. But yeah.
Versus all the other stuff. Obviously, those things take time. Get that integration set up because it is a pain in the ass, but we'll be there. Obviously, like the other stuff too is, listen, if there's a part of this channel that you can't fulfill because of personal obligations or recreational obligations or workplace obligations, it's fine. Just kind of be honest with that. I I am okay. The reality is I'm going to take this channel a lot more seriously than everybody else, because it's my face, my name, my brand. It's just the reality of the way it works. As much as I hardy har, small business tyrant, yada yada yada. I've heard it 1,000 times, but the reality is like I throw my hand in the shit every time. So I want to tighten things up because the events that took place after the fallout with Psy and Lio, people like popping into the Discord, shit like that. I want to tighten it up a little bit better because our Discord is not. It's not Chud Logic's Discord. It's not Aiden's Discord. It's not Malcolm.
Hey, sorry. So that confuses me because like that was basically invited with the whole Psy stuff, right? When it comes to that is so weird to me. Because if you guys don't remember the whole like Psy crap, right? There was a rumor made specifically in Opp Block Opp Block server, right? For like Lio and Psy to duke it out. I can't remember if Malcolm joined. I can't remember. It was a while ago now. But like that was basically invited. I forgot the Psy stuff happened at this point. Yeah, same. It's almost like you were going to do a video on it. Anyway, what do you think so far again? I think this is kind of like a lot of the build up into like the major problems with this K-Huck. So we're going to get there, okay? We'll get there. So far, not happy.
Discord, it's not Psy's Discord, it's our Discord. It's my Discord. It's the thing where that place is for people to relax and chill. If they want to discuss drama, they can. They openly do. I've discussed this before. And I made like a post. When it comes to certain threads, we're going to be archiving certain threads and locking them down. Big reason being is I don't want it to become like an A-log space, specifically like Malcolm's server, where a lot of people were fucking poking at the lol cow farms and they got a lot of heat for it, from what I understand. Obviously, what else? Other things too. This is gonna obviously be a thing, but just remember, because it's gonna happen more often, as I realized, you don't have to speak for me. You don't need to defend me. If somebody in another Discord you're in has a problem with the way that I do content, and they go, well, why are you friends with them? Why are you working with them? You can literally say, go ask them yourself. Don't ask me those questions. I'm not going to answer for them, nor am I going to explain how they do things. A lot of people are going to try to catch you. Like, this is what happens. A lot of people try to catch you into a conversation about that shit, and that shit gets spread around. It's just, and that's the reality. That shit's going to get spread around. There are other eyes.
I'm going to be so for real, chat. I don't even know what this is in context to. I don't even know who was doing that for that to even be a thing to be said. I could not answer that.
Other Discords, and that shit gets forwarded to whomever. And I'm not like saying specifically, but like it gets forwarded, and eventually I will hear about it, kind of thing.
Okay.
So just don't fucking engage with it.
Could this be to do with the whole thing with KJ being in Malcolm's server or Psy's server at this point? Maybe. Not too sure on that one.
It's not worth it.
Okay, I never had that happen. So.
Yeah, but it will start. It'll start because people are looking. I
well,
already
yeah,
know this.
and we already got an issue with Lord Rush doing what he's doing and shit.
Yeah.
So
Oh god. I think I've been told briefly the Lord Rush stuff. I cannot remember it. I don't even remember what Lord Rush did. Someone's gonna have to explain that to me at some point. Genuinely, I don't know what the fuck Lord Rush did. For those who do not know, from my understanding, Lord Rush is like a chatter. To my understanding, they could be more. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the movings of every single chatter. Okay? Except for maybe, I don't know, K-Huck. You know, my favorite chatter, okay? I'm not sure. If you know K-Huck, I guess we will have a chat later. A little fireside chat, okay? Seeing as we're on topic.
I'm gonna inform people associated with it later. It is disappointing.
Lord Rush harassed multiple chatters, scammed B a lot more. Interesting.
There's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. This is what happens when you gain an audience. The parasociality does come into play, and you either have to nip it in the bud, which will happen. It's already being taken care of, or more importantly, you just kind of got to deal with it. So it's already been nipped in the bud. It will continue to be nipped in the bud.
Yeah, again.
Thank you very much, Black Star. Why did I say Black Star? Black Flower for the $3. I'm behind, but seriously, what the actual fuck? True. I can call in for briefly if you want. Yeah, sure. You should be in the Discord. Just join one of the things. Why is the crab man messaged me? Oh, okay. You're good. And I spelled that wrong. Anyways, we'll wait for K-Hug to join. Okay, we'll let this play.
It's one of those things that I've already taken care of it, and I will continue to work do so. Just, if you hear things or things are affected by you. Honestly, the only thing you three really need to worry about is just the D&D stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that that's a bright, shiny role for you guys. And then just whatever, because we obviously still have this Discord. And I'm not inviting anyone new here. That is what it is.
Okay.
So, yeah, just focus on D&D stuff as it gets going. Blue is nearly done with all the stuff. She kind of just updates me. She hasn't shown me anything, but she just kind of updates me.
You're all being fired, but I still want to run like this D&D thing. What? Okay. Thank you very much, Matty Ice 2ish, for the becoming a member. Thank you very much. Now you have access to some lovely emotes, okay? Let me check if K-Huck's in waiting, but they're not because they keep running. K-Huck, you're running. K-Huck. K-Huck. My favorite chatter. Anyway.
I think she's working on cats right now.
Yeah.
And if you guys just focus on your own channel stuff and focus on the D&D stuff, that'd be great.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the Lord Rush stuff, again, it's annoying, it's disappointing, but it is being handled.
Yeah, this is not
Interesting. Hold on, chat. I gotta drag a small American into the stream. Hold on. Hello, K-Huck, you're on the you're very big. What the hell? Hello?
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
So, Lord Rush, what's going on?
Okay, my bad. I had your stream going on in the background. First of all, I ain't running.
Uh-huh.
But so from what there's a person in that joined my Discord. I believe their username is Moki or Moki, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Right.
They were an ex of
Yes, you are running, you motherfucker. You are running.
Why there two of them?
Phew you.
Let me fix that.
Anyway.
There we go.
They're an ex, one of Lord Rush's exes.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess from what their experience was, and I'd have to find the messages, I'd have to scroll up and find them, and I can give you their username and you can reach out to them if you want, because they posted it publicly in the Discord. That I guess Lord Rush was doing some shady shit and allegedly told them about a kink that was very questionable and some other stuff. And yeah,
what
apparently,
kind are we talking about here?
it's something I don't want to be wrong and say something wrong because it's something having to do with like mom like wanting to bang like relatives or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I just know that it was something really weird and it was something having to do with relatives. Again, I'll give you this person's name in the Discord. They're really nice and they're super chill.
According to reliable source Fishy, he wanted to do his mom.
Yes, I think that's correct then. Okay, then that's valid. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
So it's I didn't want to misremember or misspeak and say if it was his mom or not, and it'd be wrong. But yeah, so and it's apparently this Lord Rush also did some other questionable shit with this person, and they have. I don't know if they have any screenshots. I don't think that they provided any. But they just gave their experience, and that was basically it. Dickers was asking about it one of his streams, and I meant to message him and tell him what I found out about it or what was found out about it, but I never got a chance to.
Yeah, and you ran.
Ma'am, it's called it's called me having a job and trying to do two things at once, and I can't do that, and you know that. So
running to your work laptop, okay? Running to your work laptop. Hold on, I gotta get into a meeting real quick. Hold on.
But yeah, so it's they're in my Discord. You can I can send you their name and you can DM them if you want. But so that's all I really know. There's more details that they provided that they can paint you a better picture. So, but that's what I remember without and again I can scroll through my Discord too. That's fine, but yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Interesting. So they're into some. So what I'm hearing is also apparently like sabotage the relationship. Interesting. We'll see. I might touch on this another time. Once we actually have the screenshots. But thank you for telling us about their mummy kink, K-Huck. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
How are you doing anyway?
I am just fine and dandy. How are you? I know.
Oh, amazing.
I know. I'm kind of the same way. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, I'll tell people about it tonight when I talk about this too.
Dude,
yep.
This is unfair, right? I think I entirely got sidewinded with this that like I couldn't even focus or more into personal stuff. I couldn't even talk about that D&D stuff that I wanted to cover that I joined you on. It's fucked up.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I know, right?
I want to cover the silly dramas, okay? I don't want to have to like keep doing housekeeping.
I know, right? It's so dumb. But yeah, I will express some thoughts and feelings that I've had over the last couple of days that maybe I haven't said yet that I need to, and yeah,
that's fine.
Not happy. So,
No, I get that. Yeah. Okay then. Well, I will leave you to it. Okay. I might see you later. Okay.
Alrighty, sounds good. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
That was K-Huck, everybody. Thank you very much. Also, I think I've got to read someone's thing. Sorry about that. Thank you for Starbird for the $1.99 US. Spoilers, the D&D thing never happened. True. Thank you very much. Sending you a DM. Thank you, Embre. What have you sent me? Embre has yet to send me a DM. What have you been sending me? Bleach lore. Thank you, Ivy. I do appreciate that. I do like Bleach. Youngest tired taking out the trash. Yes, my arms are heavy from dragging these fucking bin bags all over the place, okay? I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. But anyway.
I mean, reality speaking, this is not unlike the Rotsvoy shit. And I will publicly embarrass somebody.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Not unlike the Rotsvoy shit. She used my name a lot to get into places. It bit her in the ass, and so she starts talking shit behind the scenes. So that's just how it is. And that's pretty much it. So things again going to be readjusted. Some priorities are going to be readjusted. It is again, D&D area is going to be refocused and not necessarily refocused, but reconfigured specifically. So like that is there because obviously that's everybody's main focus at this point behind the scenes.
Yeah, as I said, it's already separated and all the perms should be working and stuff, so that's fine. I'm trying to think. I did drop out of the one shot I was going to be doing. I just don't have time.
Yeah,
no,
it happens.
I just don't have time.
Well, that's the interesting thing I've heard. Again, why does everything have to do with like a D&D drama? Now, from my understanding, it was a case of like, what was it, Cloudy, like feeling like the people didn't want to involve her with stuff. Meanwhile, like they're saying that they don't have time. right? Like, okay. Whatever. Fuck me, I guess.
I already personally paid for, because I wanted a full body character sheet, so I already personally paid Blue, and I'm probably gonna pay her some more just for the talking sprites because they looked really good. So I'll be using those for my own stuff. But I'm just, I did drop out of the game, so that is what it is. I really just genuinely don't have the time.
Yeah, and I'm sorry it took so long. I know people's life situations changed.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens. There were snafus. There were things. I'm happy that Majunga got their whole PayPal paying situation fixed, so I can start like sending them money. I'm just gonna start throwing money.
Yeah, as long as Fauji keeps getting what he needs to, so he can finish paying off the artists. Like that's why
And
we're pressing so hard for donos and stuff. But I don't have anything else. So
yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we're good. So moving forward,
awesome.
Roles are gonna change. Doesn't change anything. Again, if you have obligations and like, listen, I don't care about the recreational obligation shit, but or personal obligation shit. But kind of just be honest about it. Makes my life a little bit easier.
Like I said, if I can't do something 1 week or something, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Same.
Admittedly, I would like to be able to do more or help more if I could.
We have enough. I'm being like absolutely serious. We have enough help.
Yeah, you got the mods, and I was like, oh, I don't have to do anything.
yeah, we have enough, and we have people who are really enthusiastic and really want to do this.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Q. Again, like as I said before, right? He's just a guy who wants to be able to like be involved with the content, right? Talk the shit, right? But that's kind of just being taken away. He wants to be involved, right? But just getting kicked to the and it's just weird, right? Because you have this group of people you've been friends with for who knows how long who are willing to do the work and doing X, Y, and Z. But you are like replacing them. And again, right, nothing against the people who were, currently working like who were quote unquote replaced them, right? Again, like I know a good decent portion of those people and they're quite nice, right? Like I like Batu, I like B. I think those are the only two ones that I really know or are aware of that were like mods inside of like the Opp Block at the time, right? And I will say this, right? I had no fucking clue this was the reason, right? I had like the same amount of understanding about like why Greg and everyone else like that were not appearing on the Opp Block streams as frequently. Again, my understanding was like, oh, they're just busy with IRL stuff. Not this. I didn't. Yeah. Interesting.
This stuff. I kind of want to loop back to what I said before. I really took it to heart when you guys said I was being kind of really pushy about like the channel stuff and pushy about moderating and pushy about the X, Y, and Z. And I realized that my mistake with that was I should have just asked if you wanted to do it in the first place. And I realized looking back on it that I never did that. I just assumed that you wanted to do it. So I corrected that. I am not going to ask you guys. Again, we have enough. I have everything I need for right now. If I do need your help, I will DM you. But as of now, you guys just focus on your own games, your own channel, the D&D stuff. I know it's going to go really well once it's...
Yeah, just focus on your own stuff with firing you, is what I'm getting from this, right? Because, again, it would be one thing, right? Bring in some people, moderate the Discord, right? Load off their back, right? So then they can, continue to, focus on stuff like the editing, the thumbnails, and be able to enjoy doing stuff for the channel, not necessarily like the Discord community, right? And here's the thing, right? I don't really understand why it's such a big thing. Like, I run a Discord server, right? It's probably, I don't think it was as big as, like, the Opp Blocks, right? But we barely need to moderate in there. Like, the only thing that I can really think about that would have caused, like, the Opp Block to have to moderate stuff was the whole Scythe stuff. But as I said, it was invited in, right? And again, I don't have an issue with that. I thought it was funny. I think I poked my nose into that Creator Clash thing for a bit. Because, I didn't like Scythe at all. It's fine, right? Just don't... I think what annoys me is it's like, trying to give a reason for something that's not actually the one that you sorry, obfuscating your intent, I think is the correct wording on that, right? I think you know, if they were just like, it would have hurt just as much, right? I think it still would have hurt, but I think if Cloudy and Fauci were more upfront about, you know, the reasonings for like firing these people, it would have been a lot more understandable. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not these people. At least that this is me thinking, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's fucking bizarre. Also, thank you very much, Man, for the $5 US. Q has stories he was Q had stories he was passionate about, but they kept pushing for ACC stories. Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm an ACC channel, right? I just cover but I cover other stuff, right? I cover the Turkey Tom stuff. I've been covering like some Minecraft drama recently. You know, bits and pieces every now and then, right? I just cover what I enjoy. When it comes to like a group channel, I can understand the frustration when it's kind of being railroaded into one specific topic where you don't feel like you have like a voice to be able to, you know, do that on. And again, the criticism or the idea would be like, oh, why aren't you doing it on your own channel, Q? Stuff like that. Well, Q didn't want... I don't have it on top chat, you're gay. Running from my message, I'm gonna touch you. Anyway, must have been the wind. I don't see your message, Ace. What? You fucking with me again? I hate you. Now I lost my train of thought. Damn it. I blame Ace. Anyway, I lost my train of thought now, chat. Bimbo moment, okay? I'm sorry.
It's all put together. I'm genuinely very...
Well, that was it. Well, again, the whole thing was, like, Q wanted to do stuff on, like, with people, right? Didn't want to be, like, the main host. Yen is running for my DMs. Oh my god, you guys are so needy. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, what the fuck is this? Is this the Lord Rush stuff? Hold on, let me have a quick look, chat. Talk amongst yourself, class, okay? The teachers gotta look at some DMs about Discord stuff. Oh, that's alright. Been grinding for, yeah, okay. I'm feeling like I'm scared. I might have to look at this later, Ambro.
Because...
What is that?
Because...
Who joined?
Hi, chat. What's your favorite color?
Oh, this guy. Sigh. Sigh. Sigh, Scribbles. Sigh. Okay. I'll look into that later. Thank you very much, Ambro. Appreciate it. If you're looking at channel screenshots from the Mochi related stuff, I'm looking about the relationship as well. Okay. Ace, your message got like deleted because it was insane. Ace Space says, I fucking own Psy and walk her on a leash like the bitch troubles woman troubling woman she is. Thank you, Ace. Yeah, Discord, YouTube for some reason ate that message. I don't know why. Interesting. Interesting.
Excited. I dropped out, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna watch. I'm like I said, I'm really hyped for the game.
Let's go.
Yeah, like I said, I took it to heart and I adjusted. So everything's gonna be good. I found someone who's really good with bots and who can help me hammer down some of the shitter stuff. So we're good.
Yeah. Do y'all still want me doing research for you guys?
Show the message. Oh my god, this guy, he's so needy, chat. Needy space. Needy space, okay? Fine. Oh my god. Let me just pull up your IP real quick. Hold on. You happy now? I fucking own Psy and walk her on a leash like the bit troubling woman she is. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Anyways.
Again, that is completely up to you. If that's something that you still want to do.
I still enjoy it. I don't know if I'm meeting your guys' expectations with that.
I mean, listen.
There hasn't been a big thing or anything to point you towards
There
yet.
hasn't been like
recently.
a deep dive needed for anything.
There's no real deep dive and stuff like that. The one thing I will say is just kind of be realistic. Are you okay? Okay.
Well, but here's the weird thing, right? Why would you get rid of some guy? Because drama's like, it comes and goes, right? Why would you get rid of someone for that reason? Doesn't make any sense. Like again, there's like not going to be a situation every single day of the week where there's stuff that needs a deep dive. There has been stuff that needs a deep dive. Hell, look at Himpleton's stuff he'd been doing, right? You know, there's been stuff with like the whole like oh fucking no, Schlep, Parlo, stuff like that. This situation, ironically enough, I know I say Himpleton, I also mean Future Nightmares. I believe that's his name. Yeah, is it Future Nightmares? Who's mainly been doing the research for this? Along with Slug. I believe that's right. So yeah, I mean, there's a reason for still having them. Again, I get like letting them go, but like if you're gonna get rid of someone, don't like go around the bush about it. I don't know. I don't know. It feels really weird, right? I don't know. I think it always feels weird firing someone you're friends with because it seems to come out of nowhere. Very strange. Drama comes and go. Friends are forever. Yen 2026. Unfortunately, not true. Anyway.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll be blunt. You guys, I love you guys. You guys are my friends. But the reality is that our time obligations have changed.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, and you see, I feel like we gotta have a serious professional business call right now.
You're gonna fire me and ask me how to edit?
No, it's not really firing. It's kind of like...
Yeah?
So why'd you do that?
Do what?
Why'd you move me?
I didn't move you. Ivy, stop it. I know it's you, you little shit.
So, here's the deal, right? It's not exactly like firing. I like to think of it as distancing. Like, you see, you've been kind of fucking up a lot.
No?
Yeah, I mean, hey, we all know what happened. And frankly, I think that your performance skills have been unsatisfactory.
I'm gonna leak DMs.
But you could still do research and stuff just over there. Okay?
I don't like it over there. It's all like damp and wet.
It's gonna be damp and wet here too. So
what?
As happy as that makes me that has expanded our friend group, that also affects certain parts of the channel, and that's fine, but that's the whole point of getting other people available. Because like specifically for mod stuff and things like that, it's been nice having some of the newer mods as well, because people like Zaint, Salt, and Potato know shitters that I don't ever know.
And they're up at all the crazy times.
Yeah, these are people that go from commentary hell, like the people that will just dox you for fun, all the way to the biggest channels around. And these fuckers are everywhere. So we have a nice mix of mods who are everywhere to mods who are just focused on us. So I think that's fine. When it comes to research, like just, things like that is there's nothing to really point us at yet. If that does come a time in place, we will do the same thing that we've always done. We will point each other and we will try to do the best that we can. Again, the channel just has to...
Thank you very much, Metal Man, for the $5. Don't look at this like an end to a friendship. Just a reallocation of friendship resources. Fuck me. Oh, God. It's over, chat. It's so over. Ace, why are you deleting J7's messages? Who the fuck is that? Anyway.
Run when I'm at work, because this is not my full-time job.
Yeah.
Like, truthfully,
It's none of our full-time
yeah,
job.
no, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's none of our full-time job.
Yeah, I know, and
Ooh. Listen, chat. I don't like reading into things, but that fucking thing of like, this isn't our full-time job either. Again, like, from my understanding, all these people had the understanding that this was meant to be a project to do, like, as a hobby, right? Like, you know, they do it when they can, right? So, this shift is interesting, to say the least.
you know, I still have school obligations and shit like that, so
Yeah.
My question is, I think this is more for me. It might also apply to Ash. I'm not sure. Is there a number of streams in which you'd like us to be able to be available to co-host?
No.
Because that's kind of like my thing
No.
right now is I'm relegated to co-host when I can.
There's no, as it stands, if you are available, you are available. If you're not, you're not.
Okay. I know. I just...
What?
Am I allowed to co-host?
Oh. Oh, God.
Are you still working for Malcolm? Straight up.
Fucking no.
Oh, no, Fauci.
Because that was...
You were working for Malcolm?
He like had me do thumbnails once in a while. That's about it.
Dude. Okay. Listen. I don't particularly like Malcolm, okay? That's been fucking... last time anything in relation to Malcolm's happened was fucking ages ago. I couldn't care less at this point, right? Look. Don't cuck someone's income revenue if they're a freelancer, right? I'm not gonna, like, have a fucking hissy fit if someone else is working for, like, someone else, right? Let's say, for example, Nabi goes and, like, works for, like, I don't know, Evil A-Space, right? Hypothetically, right? This is completely hypothetical, right? And does, you know, helps out with some stuff like that with A-Space, right? I'm not gonna go, like, you were working with A-Space. Now, I know that sounds bad, like, it's petty. Right? I would never go that fucking far, right? With a dislike of someone. Like, again, if someone's actually, like, I don't know. I think it's a lot different if, like, say you're you know, someone who you've, like, freelance hired out, right? Or, you know, you've got someone working for you, right? And it turns out they're working with, like, I don't know, Jeffrey Epstein, the New York financier. Very different. Very, very different situation, right? But it's gay. It's gay. It's gay. Also, again, like I was saying before, right? Near the beginning of the stream, you know, of the belief when it comes to, like, you know, Cloudy and Fauci are two different people, but that, like, thing of, like, wait, you were working for Malcolm? I disagree. You would work with someone who, is hired by Jeffrey Epstein liar convoy? Interesting. Interesting. God. Sometimes people need that bag no matter the source. Also, hi, Olivia. I don't know if I said hi. You're evil. Evil.
Because as you and I discussed privately, and I reached out to Malcolm as well, I didn't want your association with the channel to directly
I know, Lio. I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you, okay? It's okay. Pat your head. It's okay. It's okay. I'll come in and argue in a bit. Okay, buddy.
impact any monetary services
Miss
that
you,
you are
buddy.
going to receive through him. I made that very clear with him. I mean, he takes pot shots at me all the fucking time. I don't really give a shit. I hope he suffers the worst kind of fucking bad shrooms trip in his life. My man does LSD on a daily and
That's
fucking shows.
crazy. That's crazy.
Why do you think he goes? He may be sober, but you're telling me he only goes sober to those concerts. I don't believe that, but that's just me.
Okay.
Well, here's what I will say. If you're still working for him, I would respectfully say no. The biggest reason why, like I said before, I do not want to impact monetarily, and people are going to start asking you if you are in specific spaces. I'm just gonna be blunt. It's just not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out the way you think it's gonna work out. Because those people will have no fucking chill. Like straight up, those people will have no chill. And I've learned that, the hard way, that those people have no chill. But that's just pretty much it. Again, making it is making it is.
In waiting, if you'll have me, Yan. What do you want, Abyssal? Sigh. Hello, Abyssal. Abyssal with the shizzle. Abyssal with the mutal.
I just want to like say this. Malcolm isn't worth blackballing Ash.
Right.
That is like a non-blackballable offense. Justice for Ash. Also, Ash, if you ever listen to this, raise your prices.
They not have high prices or like reasonable, like what they should have.
I heard $5 per thumbnail.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Ash, extort K-Huck only right now. Thank you.
Ash, at least make it $35 a pop.
Yeah, exactly. Value your art, chat. Value your art, okay? If your friends are bullying you for saying it's too low, okay? If you're putting time into that, okay? You need to get your bag, okay?
You need to get as much money as possible.
True.
Because
also, commission Abyssal.
Yes.
Wait, I don't know if I've said this enough, chat, but Abyssal's the person who made my popcat. You see the little thing I'm using my Abyssal made it. There I go.
Dude,
no,
okay, I just want to say this is so fucking funny in retrospect because I remember. Okay, I will leak something because Falgi told me about a conversation that him and Malcolm had in DMs.
Okay.
And apparently, during when everyone was neutral, Malcolm went into Falgi's DMs to essentially say, "Hey, can you tell Lio to stop with like the kill yourself comments?" And now I'm just listening. Now I'm just listening to Falgi saying, "I hope he overdoses on LSD." Dude, I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm just imagining Malcolm's reaction like, this is the guy I told to stop saying KYS comments. Yeah. Fuck.
Evil.
Dude, you probably felt like that was the biggest fuck you if you saw that.
Yeah.
like, damn.
I don't know. I always had a feeling with the whole neutral thing. Like when people were like still like keeping neutral like for their own reasons during like the size stuff, right? And just before that, it was very much a case of like neutral terms, but whilst also having like a knife against each other's necks. Of like it's not like cutting into you, but it's there.
People knew that it would become like a sides-cucked war, which it did. Yeah. But like they were trying very hard to tolerate each other. But the problem with tolerating each other always is just there's gonna be some person who fucking bursts like a fucking motherfucker. Okay, like that's not gonna stay. Like, are we really gonna expect Lio and Malcolm not to swing at each other when one's calling the other a groomer? Okay, and then the other one, like I faced for Lio for this one, but it's like, oh, you seem like every time you walk past a woman, they have to put their hand over their drink in the bar. Like that was in the creator clash messages.
I forgot that was there.
Okay, do you really think that these guys weren't going to explode at each other? Like the tension was building, and to be very clear, I don't blame them. Okay, they had their reasons to dislike each other, whatever, right? I don't blame them, but you can't exactly expect everyone to get along. But I believe, in fairness to what I remember with Falgi, I think the reason why he was he didn't stop Lio from saying that is because, well, Malcolm, I'm pretty sure, made a lot of comments about Lio making fun of personal stuff too. So it's like he crossed the line. So like it just already I guess he got clapped back for it. So it's just like, I don't know. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's admittedly a little funny, but I'm just imagining just him watching that. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude.
What?
That's so. Yeah, that's so. Dude, that's so fucking evil.
Just like Eggman
It was-
just looking at the fucking monitor, just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was gay and toothless to try to be neutral. Lio, you should know better than anybody to be, that sometimes there's like a peacekeeper role though, right? Like, I mean, yeah, are these people you don't like? Sure. But I'm sure that there's been times that you've had to deal with where it's like some people don't like some of your friends, right? And it's just like, hey, can we just like not swing at each other randomly? I know, like
Okay.
I have.
I was gonna
Okay,
play
hear me
soundboard,
out.
but that's fucked up. But anyway.
Like he has always been saying that his state is a mutual combat state. Figure out a way to help the creator clash.
True.
All right, Lio, that's it. I'm going to your place. Okay, and we're gonna do a proper boxing match. Okay, it's gonna be it's gonna be a live stream boxing match. We'll see who wins. Okay, we'll see who wins. Winner gets your Kenshiro figures.
My money's on Lyle. I've
well,
never
because
seen
he
a fight, I guess, so.
because he would probably cheat and just bring like a sword. Just
No,
like,
no, no,
that's
no.
mine.
He's gonna give you
It's
the,
mine.
He's gonna give you the TCR special, okay? He's gonna come in the. You're gonna be like, I'm at the spot, okay? And you're gonna hear like rustling like along like a building as he's in like the Batman suit. He's gonna jump down and tase you right in the chest. Have you seen
Oh
that
god.
video?
Yes, I'm just dude. Imagine like we're just boxing, I hit him a little bit too hard. He's like and it just like tases. Oh, he's down. He's down.
Fucking
Fucked
Kristen
up.
shows up, throws Live a mask, like, hey, you need this, and then he just puts it on. He's just like, no one cared who I was before I put on the mask.
Dude.
You may have appeared in the ACC, but I was born in it, molded by it.
Dude. It's over. It's
That
over.
light mask is terrifying. Auto
Oh my-
win if Lio just wears it to a boxing
I
match.
still think.
Well, you can't wear it anymore.
Yeah, I know Chris has got it. I still think that like I feel like Chris has probably got it like in like a wardrobe somewhere. It calls to him like the Green Goblin mask, just like coward. Do it. You want to get involved in the ACC drama, Kristen Ark? And she's like, no, I'm winning. I won the Deadpool.
I won the Deadpool. I can't believe a lot of people have that.
Screw the
Every time I've seen
Deadpool.
that-
Cause the deaths.
Also, real quick.
Creator
Thank you very much, Francis. The name is getting cut off by my OBS. Okay,
Stalag.
Francis Stalag. I fucked up my thing. Thank you for the $10 Creator Clash ACC edition. So fucking true. And guys,
Yes,
you
yes,
have reached
yes.
the goal, and for that you get another goal and
Dude,
some.
I can't believe
marshmallows,
Lio's
okay?
running. Yeah, I can't
since
believe
we can't
Lio's
get-
running.
He's probably busy.
Since we can't get Doodle
No, he's not.
Tones, like herself involved, someone has to dress up as Doodle Tones.
I'll
Like,
get
change
Gilla
her
on it.
all.
Yeah, I get
No, I'll get Gilla on dressing up as Doodle Sons and we'll box in real life. I'm boxing everybody, okay?
Like, this fucking what's that fucking song? It's just like bow down.
No clue. I'm just gonna- Dude, if I do a boxing stream, I'm gonna like make like a Rocky intro and then just like have like a training montage be like the stream intro.
It's like the cut. It's like the cut part of like the Rocky thing where like I think it's like a parody where he just like punches a bunch of kids.
Oh god.
Give me 5-10 minutes. Is what Lio says
The
in
lion's
chat.
preparing.
Oh my gosh, he's bringing up the Google Docs like.
He's wrapping up
or-
his like fist with like bandages.
Yo, why do I hear
Lio's-
knocking?
Putting on his boots.
Gosh, it is what it is. Sigh. I can't believe Abyssal Gray had the guts to come on the stream, considering their past.
What do you mean by that?
Oh wait, I wasn't meant to leave that. Ace, you weren't meant to. We talked about that.
Let's just say Abyssal just doesn't get along with bronies. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways.
How are you doing?
Nah,
Yeah.
I bully only the freaky bronies.
No, actually,
bronies are safe with me.
I gotta confront you, Abyssal. Why were you picking up Blackish so much in my chat, dude? Like, what's going on there?
He told my friend to kill herself.
Who?
Doodles Gin?
Who?
Tones?
Who's Doodles Gin? Is it? Have I seen this person before?
Yes, you have.
Oh yeah,
When you were talking about the Blackish video.
I've seen this before.
Wait, because what I've seen Blackish videos, okay, by detractors. The only ones I remember is the white guy saying the N word.
The Blackish archive video, where it's just like the intro is just him going through Twitter, like peeps, and just telling people to like end their lives.
Yeah, that wasn't hinged. But you know what?
Plus,
it's
I only picked on him for his mama's grass.
No, in my chat, you're like, "Oh, you deserve to be hung off of a noose, dude. Like, you suck, dude." Like,
no.
Dude, I remember.
I have
You were like,
somewhere.
yeah, I remember the screenshots. You're like, Blackish, your termination could not have come any sooner. Okay, you deserve this. And I was like, whoa.
I have not said that about Blackish in my life.
You're out the
I was scared for a second. I was like, you support termination? And I was like, huh. And then I did some more digging, and then, yeah.
I bully bronies.
Yeah. You could say that. Put it lightly, I guess.
I guess that's a way to sum it down, I suppose.
If you really want to,
I guess.
dumb it down to basic brass tacks, yeah.
Yeah, if you really want to take away the severity of the situation, I suppose. Yeah.
Does 2016 March 3rd mean anything to you?
March 3rd.
I didn't think you were going to bring that up.
Interesting. Interesting.
Dude.
Anyway, how you doing, Ace?
Dude, wait. Rin is right, Gray is gay? Dude.
Oh.
Dude.
I'll confirm this rumor. I am gay. I am the big gay.
So everything was right.
Not everything.
Just the majority of it.
Yeah, I mean...
Are
the ages
on the
correct?
internet?
Abyssal, puts microphone to your face. As, a very loyal artist to the group that's being covered tonight, what are your feelings about this?
Valagy and Cloudy should never come back
Yes.
because they messed with someone's like bag, and it's like a big artist taboo. You don't mess with someone's income.
Yeah, I agree. Ace asks a question and then he mutes. It's like his favorite debate tactic, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's running.
Evil.
He's halfway down the street.
Let me just check my server. Liar Convoy is yet to appear. Interesting. Interesting chat. Very interesting. Guys, I don't know how much I'm going to get into this tonight. We've already been derailed. I blame Ace. Okay, how far are we even into this? We've got 9 more minutes left. Do you want to? Are you staying or you're gay? Are you gaying, Gray?
I'm staying. If you'll have
Don't
me.
stay. Please don't stay. Please.
So Ace
Put
is staying,
fingers
nice.
together.
Okay.
I'm not staying either.
Yes, you are.
I will stay muted.
Discord's fucking up. I don't know if I can get the screen share to work. Hold on.
Oh, you don't have to. I'm watching actually the stream from my phone. Oh, hi,
Oh,
Leo.
fuck.
You're late.
Hi.
Lio, explain why you're a runner, please, for the audience.
Number one, I'm not late. I said 10 to 15 minutes. If you can't count, that's a you problem.
Oh, I counted.
Well, learn to count better. Maybe we need to hook you up a Cookie Monster again and do another run back on that.
I was on 1.5 speed.
Of reading?
Yeah, of counting.
You were at 1.5 speed of counting. I want you to sit there and think about how dumb what you just said was.
No.
Well, that's a you
I
problem.
refuse.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is the one point that I actually think is the dumbest, gayest thing for people to pearl clutch about.
What, the Peacemaker thing?
No, the I don't want this person on staff if they work for Malcolm stuff.
Oh,
And
okay.
the reason I say that is, brother, what do you think happens in the real world? Do you think Pizza Hut and Domino's lets you work for both at the same time?
I mean,
it's again, Lio, counterpoint, freelance.
Counterpoint, everybody has the right to work with whomever they want, whenever they want, at any given time. And if Valji's line here is, you work for Malcolm, I don't want you working for me, none of you should care. At all.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could see the argument of, like, it's his money, it's his choice.
Well, it's not just his money, his choice. It's also his space. It's his associations. If Ash theoretically should have the right to get money from whomever, Valji or anyone else should have the right to decline their work at any given time.
Okay.
And on top of that,
Lio?
that's not it. Yes.
There was no non-compete clause.
It doesn't have to be a non-compete clause for you to just not want to work with somebody. But again, Pizza Hut and Domino's also don't have non-compete clauses.
Oh,
Or
sweeping.
Walmart, Target, none of that. Now, this is the only thing I've defended him on because I think it is terminally online commentary homosexuality, derogatory in this case, that keeps pushing this like it's some major sin that Falji's done, because it's really not. Like, you don't have to have anybody work for you, and you don't have to work for anybody you don't want to. Because every single argument, literally all of you have made, is the same argument you can apply to Patchwork when they did art for Lily.
That's not the same thing, Lyle. That's not the same thing.
Hold on. It's
bestiality
Patchwork was being... Yes, but Patchwork was a freelance artist, right? They were getting their bag. If people don't want to associate with them for that, should they not be allowed
but like,
to?
Lily's like a pedophile, though. Like, I think that's...
Yeah, and Malcolm is a malicious piece of garbage who accuses other people of predation to try to back up his sweetie pie, who let kids access porn.
You could make the argument of liability, but I think there's a little bit of a difference of scale of severity.
Okay, what's the difference?
Well, one's directly engaging in the actions, and the other one isn't. Right?
Yeah, one's directly engaging and supporting people who are fine with sweeping for letting kids access porn, including written child pornography. The other is a freak getting pornography drawn for themselves.
Lyle?
Yes.
One is bestiality artwork.
I'm
One is
aware.
the YouTube thumbnail.
Yes, and both are giving support to freaks who cover up for predation. Ta-da!
I don't know.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I want to see somebody try to defend that. Somebody defend that.
I genuinely think, just like seeing how like thumbnail editors just usually do their work, I don't really think that they care with like what they're making for the person. They're just like caring about the money, and that's not. I don't know.
Cool.
I don't think that they're putting that much
Here's what you
effort
do
into
then.
it.
Here's what you do. Either you have some consistent standards ethically of who you're willing to work with, or you go work at Walmart.
I mean, so should Ash work at Walmart?
I think if Ash is hurting so bad for money that they have to freelance from a freak like Malcolm, who covers up for his little friend, letting children access pornography and giving them access to written child porn, if it's gotten to that point, go work at Walmart.
I mean, okay. If it is what it is, I mean, I don't know. I think like with people make thumbnails, they don't like put that much thought into it personally. But I could understand if the argument is that Falji does not want to align with someone who is supporting that person because it's a person that he has direct issues with. I mean, I don't think that, but actually, you know what I will say? I don't think that that was Falji's reasoning for distancing with Ash. I think it was just because they're working with Malcolm, right? Like,
even if it's not his specific reasoning, he has that right. And people is absolutely
that's
stupid
fine.
and tells me people need to exist in the real world a lot more than Pearl clutching over, oh my goodness, somebody said they won't work with them if they work with this other person. Oh no, be still my heart. I'm gonna pass out from the vapors. The dumbest thing in the world. We have scenarios here talking about genuinely snaking people, and the one person he just is flat out open with of, if you're working for Malcolm, I don't want to work with you. That's what people are focusing on. Are you kidding me?
Well, Lio, would you associate Ed with anyone that's associated with Malcolm?
It's not just
I
that.
try
Lio.
not to.
It's the fact that Falji is going out of his way to dictate if anyone else works with Ash.
How is he
Overall
dictating?
blackballing.
How is he dictating anything other than his own value? Go on. Who is he told they can't work with Ash?
I'm going to use KJ as an example of how the extent of the blackballing went.
Okay, I'm not talking about KJ. I am talking about Ash. Those are separate situations. So I will ask you again to defend the point you just made, the claim you just made, that Falju was putting pressure on other people to blackball Ash. Provide me evidence of that. The truth is, there isn't any.
Sure. I mean, I'm not making the argument that there is blackballing, but I would say, right, the only reason why I ask you that, Lio, right, is because I believe, I mean, there is definitely a guy that we're both associated with.
Are you talking about Beckett?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I argue with Beckett constantly. I've told you to your face that I think playing neutral or being friendly or on good terms with these types of lunatics is only delaying the leopards eating your own face during their party.
Sure, but would you cut off Beckett, I guess, because he's
I've
associated
told
with
Beckett
Malcolm?
there's a difference between coexistence and working with someone.
Sure. So I guess your difference here is
Okay,
Ash
so let me go ahead and ask you guys directly. Do you know which thumbnails Ash did?
No, actually. I know that they've done 18, but that's about it.
If you find out one of the thumbnails is Ash's or not Ash's, it's Malcolm's thumbnail with the picture of the lion guy saying "King of the Raped." Is that somebody?
No. I can understand why you'd be upset about that.
No, it's not just that I'd be upset. Think about what the actual implication of that is. It's not the typical Hellspear, haha, we're going to make a rape comment. Think really hard about it.
Sure.
Because
so
if I see another
liability,
person,
right?
Not liability, that is, okay, I am tired of the word liability. That is not what that means in this context. The term is simply this. I'm not going to work with somebody who works with a weirdo who does this stupid crap. It's that simple.
And that is fine.
Then what's the issue?
The issue is Balji and Cloudy went out of their way with the help of Rena to blackball not just Ash, but also KJ and Q.
I asked you for evidence of Ash being blackballed. Where is it? Removing people from administration is not the same as blackballing them from the entire community.
That is not what I said.
You
it is not about the deep
blackballed. You
Okay.
said blackballed. Where's the blackballing? Where's the evidence of the blackballing? It's been at it for 5 minutes. You should have been able to find something by now.
Do I look like I talk to Ash on a reg?
No, but if you've been keeping up with this enough to make a claim like that, you should be able to provide it. Am I being unreasonable?
No.
No, I think to my understanding, there has not been any blackballing. It's just more or less like, I'm pretty sure there's
Embry
more examples of
says
Falji.
the op server.
Okay, saying I'm going to remove someone from moderation is not blackballing them. Did I blackball Efron when I removed him from moderation in my server?
Yeah.
No.
Kidding.
No. People need to learn what words mean and apply them appropriately.
No access to the server, says Embry.
It doesn't matter if you have access to it or not. Having access to a server is not about blackballing.
If you're restricted from a server where you have your work in, isn't that not blackballing to you?
No, it's not. You have any idea how many people I banned from my server that have posted their art there before because they've done something?
Okay, if there's a channel with like work you've saved there, and your friends decide after they fire you from a team to completely lock you out of those channels.
That's not blackballing. That's normal. You have any idea how many places I've worked for that I put data somewhere for jobs or projects I've worked on? Guess what? I don't have access to anymore since I don't work there anymore. Is that blackballing me?
By the way, guys, I'm gonna give this 5 more minutes.
Give your mom 5 more minutes.
Hey yo, daps up.
Look, you can just say, here's how you address it. I am personally offended because I am an artist who works off of this type of stuff myself, and I feel like I might at some point be targeted by that if this is the standard. That's all you have to say. You don't have to sit here and try to intellectualize something you just genuinely can't without looking goofy. That's it. That's all you have to say.
Yeah, because personally, the only things I've seen with Ash specifically was just only Falchi removing them from their own platform, I guess, for co-hosts and stuff like that. I wouldn't call that blackballing because I have not seen any cases of Falchi saying, don't work with this person sucks.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just ask real quick. Great, what is blackballing?
Blackballing is not just locking people out of sections where they have works in progress. It's also going behind people's back to go, hey, don't work with this person. They're going to do something bad.
You don't actually know the definition, do you? It's about removing somebody and making sure they do not get any actual authorization or entry into a specific group. So in this case, for Ash to be blackballed, Ash would essentially have to be treated like any of the billions of freaking predators we've ran into.
I mean, to even put it this way, right? K-Huck, Ash has been on your streams quite a bit. Has Falchi or Cloudy ever came to you to be like, hey, I wouldn't associate with that person ever, just FYI?
Yeah. I think for me, right, it's not so like it's not really the whole thing of blackballing, right? I think it's more so like, I think it's kind of like a weird way of going about it, because the way that like Falchi is portrayed like publicly, like the idea about like, oh yeah, oh it's Malcolm, he's just a silly guy, you know, like her. And then I think it's kind of like more of a shocking thing when it comes out from the school, but he's just like, yeah, I don't want you associating with this guy.
Well, that's more like an ultimatum, right? Not like blackballing.
Well, my issue with Falchi on that is actually a consistent one, because now this is the second time I've seen him essentially play publicly different than how he actually feels about someone, because he did the same thing to Dreamer too, if you guys remember. I don't care about Dreamer, he's just a troll, he doesn't bother me, and then behind the scenes, I want Dreamer dead. It's like, where did this come from?
Yeah, and I just checked.
That's inconsistent. That's dishonest. I don't like that.
Yes, and I just checked. K-Huck said no, so there was no attempts from Opp Block to go to her when she had these people on frequently to be like, hey, don't work with these people. And the reason why I highlighted her is because, you know, we like K-Huck, okay? Like, we talk to K-Huck a lot. So that would be
even though K-Huck is the beagle of the community.
Oh my god. Okay.
She gets lost very quickly on her streams.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, I guess, because this, I didn't expect a random debate to stink from this. Lio wins.
Oh my gosh, Yen running. What?
0.
What? No, Lio does not win. I win, okay? Lio always loses.
Okay.
It has to gravel at the feet of my shoes, okay?
You will lose, chat wins, okay?
At the feet of your shoes?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't you mean the shoes of your feet, or do your feet?
No. I'm standing on these shoes, motherfucker.
Go on, Ace. If you're
okay,
gonna talk about shoes,
you do need to get that extra couple of inches to feel a little bit more powerful. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I stand on steel toe shoes to get myself a little bit more height.
Yeah, you need some shoes because you need to put a bit more soul into it. Get it?
Yeah. You lost. It's okay.
Also,
Look,
on top of that, screw Malcolm specifically for what he said about Yennefer as well. Die.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
What did he say about Yen?
I'm not redoing
Took
it.
shots at her being.
Yeah, I've already said this, right? I do not appreciate what Malcolm said about me. That was a fucking while ago. I'm not gonna keep bringing it up every 5 seconds.
I will, because screw that guy, and I don't want anybody to forget it. What he did was he took shots at Yen and how, well, Yen doesn't pass as well, die. Just put the gun in your mouth, pull the trigger until the clicking stops, and raise up the entire human race.
Fauji's gonna have to send it. Fauji's gonna have another
You
message
need to be
with
very
you.
careful with your.
Fauji's gonna have to
No,
message
we
you
don't.
again.
I do this
saying,
all the
like,
freaking time. Nothing's happened to me.
Lyle, did
Yeah,
you know about
Lyo's
the
never
thing
done that on my platform, Sigh.
Yes, I have.
Lyle, did you know about the thing that Ace brought up on just before you joined?
I know you're equal rights for equal fights, but you got to be very careful so Malcolm doesn't use it against you. Because, like,
I have told Malcolm directly multiple times to grab a knife, plunge it in his neck, and
cut the feet, cut the feet, cut the feet. Okay.
No, I mean, I told you about the time that he said like every time you walk by a woman, they put their hands over the
They instinctively cover their glasses.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, like this is not new, all right. Like him and Malcolm go at each other like this quite a bit.
He wouldn't cry to Fauji about it. That was amazing.
Yeah, see, I'm just like I said, it's just really funny to me. It's just really funny to me to know that he cried to Fauji and then just see like Fauji in this call be like, I hope he has like an LSD overdose.
Anyways, I've clearly ruined the stream. I clearly ruined the
Don't
stream.
you always?
It's going members
No,
only,
not always,
you
just
do-
most of the
you
time.
do this. You do this.
The only thing that can fix it is if you guys give Yennefer more super chats.
yes,
Real.
give Yen more super
Rude.
chats.
So
Lyo, we
fucking
got a private call. Business is afoot.
small business
What's the
owner.
private call going to be about this time? Because I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're an alpha.
Yeah, no, you will. You will. All right, I'm gonna call you, Lyo, and if you don't pick up, I will cry. So yeah.
Very alpha of you.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways.
Better go talk to the emo before he cries. It's like, oh, Lyo, are you going to take me to my friend's birthday party tomorrow?
Yeah, buddy. Oh my god, Gray's big.
Bye, Lyo.
Thank you for stopping by as well, Gray, okay? I think I'm gonna continue, okay? I
Yeah.
cannot deal with any more derails, okay?
Oh no, that's fair.
Alright.
I'll probably look for that evidence that Lyo was wanting, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, no
Because he
worries.
does make a few good points.
Chat wins.
And I just want to double check that it's not just bias before I even admit bias.
Listen, look,
because
you can
it
still
does
think
play a
it's...
factor.
Listen, you can think it's like, you can feel a certain way about it. Everyone has right to opinion, right, about how they feel about the whole thing with the whole Ash and Malcolm thing, right? I think, from my understanding, I think Eli's big real like kick up is more about the definitions, right, and then what you're defining as. And again, if you're, it's fine to have a bias about it, right? You're an artist as well. I could see it. I'm not saying that you are, okay. I still think it was a bit screwy, right, in the sense of like, oh, Malcolm, he's just a silly guy, like publicly, and then privately, just like, I'm gonna try and cut people off privately for this reason, right? It feels a bit screwy in that regard,
It's
at least
dumb.
for me.
Yeah. Like, you can. The right to refuse worker services is something both parties have the ability to do.
Yeah.
However, you need to be consistent in why you're black. Like, I'm trying not to say blackball again. God damn it. You need to be consistent in why you're saying, hey, I'm not going to be using your services anymore. Because Salji, like, front facing has been polite. Well, behind everybody's back, he's like, oh, I hope Malcolm overdoses.
Right.
Because it's not fair to every party. It's not fair ultimately to Fauji himself. It's not fair to Ash. It's not fair to Malcolm. It's not fair to any of them. Also, what the fuck is with the Morse code?
What have you sent me? Can someone translate that, please? Anyways.
Yeah, it's Morse code.
Alright.
Just copy paste into a Morse code translator. But yeah, it's fun hopping on.
Of course.
Have a good rest of stream. Big hugs. Platonic
care.
hugs, of course.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was great, everybody. Also, hold on, chat. Dead air chat. Sorry, dead air. Dead air. Okay, I'll read all your super chats now. Okay, had to have a little chat. Okay. Awesome stuff, guys. I did not expect to be derailed 20 minutes into the content out of all the different streams I was planning to cover. I even started what I felt was earlier than I was going to, okay? God, let me go all the way back up. How do I do this? God. How do I do this? Fan funding? Okay. Update my Discord. Oh my god. Let me find this out. Where the hell? Thank you very much, Toa, for the $5 US. He said he wouldn't let the association affect your income, then proceeds to let that association affect your income. True. Thank you very much, Metal Man, for the $5 US. Chloe said she would give them permission to access the information, and it did not happen. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you, Mike, with some cheese for the $2 US. We all losers here, debate or not, we all lose. So true. Thank you very much, Black Flower, for the $2 US. Update your Discord link. So true. Mods, can you please put in the Discord link? That would help out a lot. Thank you very much, Neverless, for the $10 US. Have we got a translation yet? Let me check the chat. Thank you very much. Has anyone got a translation of what the fuck Neverless said? Professional streamer, everybody. So true. So true, Hidden. Evil. Moscow says kill Ace, behead. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Neverless. Thank you. Thank you again, Black Flower, for the $2 US. You and Do get what the Ops would have gotten. What does this mean? What does this mean? But anyways, chat. For anyone who wants to know who won the debate, Lio did. True. But the true winner, as always, chat, is you guys, okay? Thank you so much for supporting the stream, okay? If you're liking it, if you're liking the Unpromptu debate, lol, like and subscribe, okay? We're going to see how far we get into this, okay? I might have to speed some stuff up because that kind of derailed it a bit. But yes, chat. Let's continue. Thank you, Hidden.
Completely fine. Not being able to make it, also completely fine.
Oh, also, I got to show you something real quick. You guys may know who this person is. The Amazing Buns, okay? They do a lot of art for Akumu, okay? They sent me this. I'm getting them to do some art for me. Oh no, sorry. They're also the person who did all the I got to do the emotes for Ace's channel. They're also the person who made all the emotes for my channel. Okay? But look at this, guys. Dude. This is awesome. Okay? Look at this little guy. Okay? I love him. Oh, thank you very much, Black Flower, for the $2 US. My money, lol. Awesome. That's very kind of you. Okay? You guys have been very generous to stream, okay? I hate it has to be on something like this. That's the one thing that I hate. But I still appreciate it anyway, okay? It all goes towards the PC fund, okay? I do have a capture card now, which is awesome. I can play the Funny Marvel Rivals with Ace at some point. We will be planning on doing that at some point, okay? But he keeps running, okay? He always runs from me. It makes me sad. What? Melancholy. What? Okay. I gotta stop making wrestling references on stream. Half of chat are not gonna get it. But anyway.
I don't particularly care.
We do like a lot of D&D, so...
Yeah, we're also... I mean, listen, you guys have a lot of D&D stuff.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say at this point, like, it seems... I mean, I don't know. I don't really look at... much of the other servers anymore. I kind of just, even before I got more busy, I just assume you guys seem to have like a game every day. If you guys are free for stream, you could either DM. Honestly, it'd probably be better if Falgi DMs you if he wants you for a stream. Otherwise, you can DM him if you're in waiting or something. But I've adjusted the rules already, and like I said, if you guys just the only, I guess, not even an obligation.
So again, it is like a firing, right? They now just have to ask to be let in. If you don't know and help Yen get a PC, I would draw Yen in her favorite Marvel Rival skin. So true. Hi, Axis. Also, thank you for becoming a member, Black Flower. Awesome. I'm here to mog. So true.
Because I'm not asking you to do everything.
How am I? I'm doing amazing. I'm just asking for a month where I don't have to cover into personal drama about my associates. I cannot keep doing this, chat. I cannot keep doing this where I have to keep talking about an associate every single time. Brother. It's evil, okay? Evil. I need to keep my voice down. It is 1 a.m., but we'll keep going.
On your own time, whatever you guys need to do. I'm looking forward to seeing Ash and Hugh take on your guys' own channel stuff. I think it'll be really interesting.
Yeah.
And then, like for KJ, like I said, just focus on the D&D game. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna look really good. Like the stuff that Blue talks about has been really interesting.
Yeah.
So we can't just jump in the live anymore, is basically.
No, I made it so most people cannot.
Oh my god, do! Welcome home, bestie. Welcome home. Welcome home, do. Awesome stuff. This is a thing that I've thought about since this call. And now, chat, you guys can correct me, okay? Because I know you guys, most of you are like... I noticed a lot of you from Beckett's chat, okay? And you probably saw a lot of this unfolding. But when it comes to KJ in this... From my understanding, he was originally blamed for the whole KF leak, right? And then it switched on to Makari. And there seemed to be a general dislike towards KJ. Why were they kept around up until this point? Confusing. Maybe I'm getting some things confused, actually. But yeah. Thank you very much, Matt. Got some cheese for the $5 US. I said it to him in VC, and I'll say it again. Ace is the commentary community's Sonichu medallion. Valji's last stream was with Ace. Watch out, Yan. Thank you, Mac. That really does fill me with a lot of fuck me, security. Oh, Makari was first, then it was switched to KJ. Huh. So why was KJ kept around up until this group firing call? Interesting. If I'm understanding the timeline correct, then. Huh? Interesting. Makari was first, then Gorski, then KJ. Who the fuck is Gorski? Huh? Interesting.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. The biggest thing is again, this is not a push. This is a suggestion. Focus on your own private things. The biggest reason why is like the fucking commentary has changed. Like straight up. Unironically, this is like an actual true story. I popped into Chud's stream today, and even Chud was like, "I'm out of the house. I don't get along with anybody anymore." Like even he said it. Everybody feels it, and nobody's really making the effort to be friendly again and to like have like a network of people to send each other to. So if that's the case, if we're gonna just fucking do it, we make it. I don't give a fuck. That was always part of the channel. That was always part of the ethos of the channel, was to support other people's goals, aspirations, and things like that.
Right.
So I want to continue it that way. I want to pay it forward, and that's how we will continue to do it.
Okay. Paying it forward. So we're firing all of you. I've been gone for 5 minutes. Everything is on fire. You've been gone for 5 years. Do come home. Also, why are you awake? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning for you. I know I'm one to talk, but anyway.
And that's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else to say.
I don't either. I have to go. If you guys need to, again, if the perms don't work or something, or you need something from me, you can just DM me. But unless Falgi needs something, I genuinely don't need anything for you guys. Like I said, I felt pretty bad, and I adjusted my behavior. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.
Oh, bye, honey. Yeah. No.
Bye.
They thought it was him because the KF account had a Russian meme. The KJ doxer allegations were something they spread around in the background and were not used as reasonings for his firing. They were, however, the reason for his Beckett removal. Yeah, so from my understanding, it was like a thing for whatever reason that was spread around about KJ, that like he's untrustworthy, or that he may be a doxer and stuff like that. I mean, we saw that in the Cloudy Arena DMs. And again, I think that, like, again, Whisper campaign, right? What really like was annoying for me was that like there was no real evidence for like concrete evidence, right? But a lot of people have come forward saying that this was basically being spread around behind the scenes, to the point that like people in Beckett's mod staff had like silently removed KJ from mod when like Beckett wasn't looking. Beckett didn't really notice it. because people have been like spreading stuff about KJ, which is completely fucked, right? There's stuff about that we'll get to, okay? Because that's more towards the Himpleton side of this topic. But we'll see how far we get into this, okay? Also, why is there 5 more minutes if this is ending?
Some shit to do. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to focus on now. Ash, Greg, if you're both available.
Yeah. No.
How do I edit?
Dude.
You have fun. I'm watching.
My trackpad. Dude. I am firing you, but how will I do your job? Like, dude, what are you doing? Fuck me. Well, most of the evidence we have about it ironically points to Cloudy being leak. Yeah, I had heard about that. But more importantly, what the fuck? Yeah, this is what I was joking about before, but fucking hell.
Clash in Paris.
Give me a second.
Okay, let me at least download the stream first.
Okay.
How much storage do you have also for
2 terabytes?
Okay, that's good for video. You probably need more eventually, but
yeah, I thought
recommendation.
I talked to quite about it.
Good.
So my recommendation is to get a portable hard drive and put all the streams and all your editing on that portable hard drive because it will fill up fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Like,
yeah, you don't want it on the same computer that you do
right now is fine, but like you need to do that because otherwise it's just gonna overtake your computer and it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yes. I hardly edit, and it's all of my space still.
I have.
I need to go through. I need to comb through and delete all the shit that I've already turned into.
Yeah,
everybody.
that's what who's it? Hold up.
All right, I'm going. I'll pop back in later if you guys are still here or whatever. Come on.
Will Willie get Destiny arrested?
Willie?
How did his orbit respond? Sorry. Find out.
Is this stuff necessary?
No, I'm doing
Yeah, last bit is what rubs people the worst way about this. Isn't strictly just letting go of your team in a really vague way. It was then after the fact asking him how to replace them. Yeah. It's screwy. It's fucked, right? Yes, what shit? The ever trustworthy Ivy is Sly. Okay.
I'm making a post.
Like I was gonna say, because I edit and I have almost 500 gigabytes of videos plus edited video on my portable hard drive, and it's just
yeah. So obviously the big thing is making sure everything is good. Okay, these 3 are gonna go into the trash. Yeah, the big thing for me is now making sure that I can make certain things work because I don't know how they work. Got me.
I don't even think Fauci edited the apology video. Is the funny thing. Fuck.
Feeling me down.
Voice crack, you didn't hear that.
Likewise your heart. Fuck the pain away. Don't let it ruin.
Dude, this is like getting the mask laid off in the office, and your boss just starts breaking out into opera like it's Hamilton. No one was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. Didn't hear voice crack. Group hallucination.
Live. Let me go to was it just the FCK stuff? Is that where I got the beginning of it? Yeah, I believe so. I believe that this is the Queen stuff. Because even if I don't upload it, or is it Ponder? Why is it still limited? I already asked for that. It's under review. It's been under review for fucking 2 days. This fucking stream has over almost 500,000 views. Fix it. Not 500,000, 5K views. Fucking fix it. Sorry, I'm annoyed with YouTube. Let me go to the actual video stuff. I just want to see where the... Yeah, okay, so the Queen shit is in the beginning. Okay, perfect. Okay. Video. Okay, so I'm downloading the video now.
I'm gonna speed this up a bit.
And then I will learn!
Okay. How long is the video downloaded?
Oh, wait. No. Wait, is this what I wanted? No, pause downloading. Okay, I see what I did wrong. I downloaded the video from a different thing. That's okay. Live. Okay, download. It's different. Okay. It's gonna take how many minutes? 12 minutes? 11 minutes?
The
Jesus
editing
Christ,
in
it's
his,
huge. I'm gonna
response
pee
video
real
is
quick. I really gotta use the
horrendous.
restroom.
Yeah.
Give me like 20 to 40 seconds. Holy moly.
Okay, I'm gonna go pop the shower real quick.
You're back.
Should I skip forward? Question mark?
Tuesday I'm gonna be recording the disadvantage video. I got the script almost done. I just need to make the last edit and then I can record that.
This doesn't need to be covered? Thank you. Okay, chat. That was painful, okay? Thought so far? Really roundabout way to just fire people, okay? Weird, like, thing by associations. I understand Lio's points with it. Trust me. I get it, okay? I think it was more so a case of, like, at least for me, acting one way privately than you do publicly. I think that's what's kind of like the screwy thing here when it comes to like actually keeping someone on the payroll. That's fucky. I believe the next one we have to cover, chat, is when it comes to the call that he has with Diesel and Beckett. Okay? Pause. Please stop playing. But yeah. Politically correct firing. That's one way to put it. Yeah, it's screwy. I don't, dude. I don't know why. I don't know why he had to do it this way, or at all. Fuck me. All right, we'll keep it going, chat. So this is a call that he had with Beckett and Diesel. So this is an hour 40. Fuck me. Okay, we'll see how far we get into this tonight, chat. Okay, this might be a 2-part stream. Who knows? We're gonna hit play, okay? I kind of want to try and get through a lot of this in one go. I really don't want to keep, like, you know, dawdling on this drama, okay? I feel like I need to just address everything with this and then get it done, okay? Okay. And guys, we are 2 away from hitting the goal. If you hit that goal, you get marshmallows, okay? Awesome stuff.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Give me 2 seconds. Let me get set up. This is going to be recorded.
Yeah, I am
figured
recording.
we were all
I am.
recording.
I am recording on my end as well.
Wait, am I missing something? Wasn't there another call? Shit. A pro streamer, guys, by the way. Wasn't there a call between Fauji and Diesel? I think I actually, like, until now just forgot that there was a secondary thing. Did Mitch send me that? Hold on. Where's my DMs with Mitch? Mitch! Come here, my beautiful little unpaid slave. No. Where would that be on, chat? Is that on Diesel's? There is a Diesel Fauji call. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Guys. I'm a pro streamer, okay? Pro streamer, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think it will be on Diesel's channel, right? But that's gonna be him talking over it. I'm like, oh my god. Fuck. Fuck. Let me quickly ask Himpleton real quick. Do you have the LG Diesel call? I forgot it, and I'm live. Hopefully he checks DMs. Hopefully he checks DMs, okay? Hopefully. Diesel probably has it, yeah. I think he put a link to it to just the call. Oh, okay, let me have a look. Hold on, chat. Okay. Guys. I cannot wait for the new Digital Circus to come out, okay? Let me look for this real quick. If someone gets it to me before I manage to find it, fair play. Let me see if I can find it. Oh fuck! It's not gonna be on. It's gonna be a diesel IRL, right? No! Don't click that! Don't click that! Don't click that! Fuck. This one?
Lost himself over.
Shh. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, here it is. Found it. Wait, no, that's not that one. Fuck.
Lost himself over.
Fuck. Where is it? Oh, has Ivy sent it to me? Only call I have, and I think it's the one that you're watching. Shit. Okay. So, TLDR, right? I think it's kind of like a fireside chat from the call, because I don't have it. I'm really sorry, chat. If someone can get it to me, I'll swap to it, right? But TLDR for the Diesel Falgi call, from my understanding, is it was basically a fireside chat about, like, the firing, and how it's just really fucking gay, and he shouldn't have done it in the way that he did. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. K-Huck may have it too. K-Huck. Do you have the... I'm so sorry, chat. I'm so sorry. Okay, hopefully I get given it. Hopefully. Sorry, guys. We'll press play on this for now, okay?
I was gonna make that known.
Wait, are you both recording?
Yes.
I think, fuck, I'm not recording. Fuck this shit.
You are
Right,
also
okay.
recording. What are you fucking talking about?
What? You said that you were gonna record.
Wait, you're both recording?
Yes, you should also turn on your OBS.
Why? Why do we need 3 recordings of the fucking call?
What do you not have space?
No, I don't. I don't.
I will send you my recording when it's finished.
Okay, thank you. Well, Diesel can send me his. Either one. I just like I'm sick. My computer's straining. My OBS is like.
Guys, we might be saved. K-Huck apparently has it. I'm waiting for K-Huck to send it. I'm guessing just gonna be. Everything's going great. Thank you very much, CC Moon, for the $5. I'm so ready to finally binge all the way through Amazing Digital Circus. I've been waiting for the show to be fully done and watch it start through. I don't know how someone can do someone like that. Dude, you're stronger than me, okay? I could never do that with like a show that I'm actually like fully invested in. Because you know, you're gonna end up like running into spoilers. Like, it's evil. My entire Twitter feed has been like Kane being incredibly like problematic. Oh, thank God. Okay, guys. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna get to it. Thank you, K-Huck. Thank you very much, K-Huck. I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. 07's in the chat for K-Huck for saving the stream. Okay. Thank you very much, Q, for becoming a member. Hope you're doing well, Q. Hope you are doing well, given everything, okay? Listen. Do whatever you want to do, okay? Find more silly topics, okay? Please don't let it dishearten you, Q, okay? I've only spoken with Q once, I believe, okay? Very chill guy. It was about D&D drama, actually. Okay, it was a very fun time on K-Hucks. But 07 K-Huck. Kane saying evil things makes me giggle. Yeah, just him going just like, gay people. They only think about... Anyway. Let's watch the Goblin Man, okay?
Hello.
Yo, what's...
All I know and seen is Jax being beaten, screamed and tortured. Is the series about torturing twinks? Yeah.
So,
what's up? I'm just calling you. I just want to kind of like give you some updates on some things that are happening that I guess are now out of my control, and kind of just keep you abreast on a couple different things. Yesterday, internally, I had swapped some of the staff roles specifically for Ash, KJ, and Q. Just the reason being is they're not as focused on the channel as they used to be. With Ash, it's completely fine because
Come gutters for abs, Dickers 2026. Thank you, Ivy.
Specifically for mod rolling stuff, they still had staff roles and things like that. I was texted this morning regarding the fact that KJ was removed from Cope Chord's mod team. I have nothing to do with that. I spoke with KJ. I spoken with Beckett about it. It appears that KJ's mods don't. Beckett's mods don't like KJ. And it was like a purity test thing. And I just guess that people are just dropping from the channel, which is fine. But I wanted to make you aware. I am assuming, based on my understanding of it, since I've been removed, I assume Hal is the one that removed me from her server. We just put clear.
What the fuck?
But you stop talking. Hello. Oh boy.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back. That was my issue.
Hal removed you from her server?
Yeah, she removed me from the server, which is completely fine. I understand that she's gonna choose sides, and I'm not. I'm not here to play stupid. I know that if things are being said about me behind my back, specifically by specific people, it is. I know who she's going to choose. That was never going to bother me. I guess Q has now left my server, as well as the private ops server. I don't know what's happened. Killjoy has dropped out his DM, apparently. So that's a thing that I have to deal with now.
I wonder why everyone's stopping to talk. Stop talking to me. It's almost as if I fired them yesterday. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Okay, and apparently the reasoning for like I think it was like Cloudy's explanation is like, what was it? Oh yeah, the only way I spoke to like the Beckett staff is you know, in the context of like, oh, we've let them go, okay, we're just letting you know, okay, there may be some like fallout. Now, I don't think saying that would cause someone to be removed. Clearly, for some reason, there had been, you know, a thing spread around KJ being a doxer, right? And the thing about that is right, where else is that going to come from? Who has been speaking to Beckett mods? Sadly, Fauci and Cloudy, right? This is the thing I hate about like whisper campaigns, right? Is because you're not gonna get like a definitive like proof on the yes. But when you have multiple different people saying that, interesting.
A little perturbed because I had the discussion with KJ today that I specifically didn't want that to happen. That he was keeping all of his perms the way that he always had it. It was just I was giving a thing.
Huh? Sorry, what?
Perms the way that he always didn't want. I had the discussion with KJ today that I specifically didn't want that to happen. That he was keeping all of his perms the way that he always had it. It was just I was giving a thing.
A thing? What? I'm confused, right? Because the whole thing about this is right, KJ being removed from mod? But now he's keeping his perms? Huh? Weird.
And that's kind of just what it is. I don't know. My annoyance is I give people an opportunity to speak, but I'm a little perturbed because it feels like I'm always extending the hand to figure out things that are going on, but nothing happens. And like, I get it if Killjoy doesn't want to do the DM stuff anymore. He asked me today if he could start his own channel. I actually encouraged it. I came back to him with the idea because he said, "Oh, can I use some of the stuff that was members content?" And I said, yeah.
Apparently that's not true either. Don't really remember where I heard that. But apparently that's not true either. Beckett's probably asleep by now. Damn it. In relation to the whole thing of just like getting permission from Fauci to make a channel? Huh? I don't know if I don't know if you're still in the chat, but please please give the bimbo a hand, okay, if you can. I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
yeah, that's a great idea. I came back to him because I was a little iffy on it in the beginning, and I was like, you know what, you're absolutely right. When the program goes out, start putting that stuff on your channel, and I'll remove it from my channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just keeping you abreast because
breast. Anyway.
Hey, listen, do you want me? Can I kind of be honest for a second?
Sure. What's up?
I don't appreciate the bullshit that I've been getting, and it's not you.
Oh.
It's not even just them. I don't appreciate the fact that if they came into my server and they asked me a channel question, they kind of have to go through Hal. I don't appreciate that. That's happened multiple times. And again, I don't hate Hal.
Wait, can you
it's the same thing. It's the same thing she does to you.
What do you mean?
No drama talky. I don't listen to drama talk.
Yeah.
And it happened in my server the other day. KJ asked me a question, and KJ's like, oops, let me ask Hal.
Because you were like talking shop. And...
talking shop, and she doesn't like it. And again, I don't care about that. It's just no one's being honest with me. And it's very obnoxious.
About that?
KJ said it was a lie and this convo Fauci has here never happened. Interesting. What a weird thing to lie about.
What they want to do with the channel.
Yeah.
And
that does great.
Also, KJ just might be busy at the moment. I have sent him a message. No worries if he can't. Fair enough. Sigh.
Really upset me because I had nothing to do, because like this is feeling like there have been talks behind my back, and I don't do that to other people.
Interesting.
It's just greatly annoying. Again, I don't. This is me saying I have no issues with Hal. I just want to make it very clear. I just don't like that no one was upfront with me.
Yeah, if people don't want to. I mean, yeah, they're like spaces to talk drama and then spaces not to. I like having like a place to turn off.
Also, just saying that, like, I don't know, saying stuff behind someone's back, everybody does that to a certain extent, right? It depends on the levels, right? Obviously, there's going to be variation to variation. Everyone talks about one another, in different, like, to different degrees, right? To get, like, opinions from, like, a different person, right? Or just generally bringing them up in conversation. That is just something someone does. I don't know. I can understand it stings when people find out that, people have been talking about them behind their back. But that was happening when it came to, like, Cloudy's DMs with Rena? And stuff like that. And also the vent chats, apparently. So... Oh, excuse me. So... Interesting.
But too personally, like sometimes I've hopped in a VC and like KJ or Q or somebody will be like, yo, did you hear about blah, 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 blah? And I'm like, I am off the clock right now. I do not care. And then they're like, okay, Diesel. And then they stop. Just because I'm just not in a mood or whatever. People just have different levels of tolerance for it. Some people can enjoy it all the time, but I know I need to shut off from it. Yeah. But yeah, it's working backwards from this. Two, I mean, yeah, I cards on the table. I didn't know about this.
Yeah,
because of course I did. I was kind of waiting for you to come to me.
Yeah, I spoke with Becca this morning, and he told me that you two spoke.
That Becca and I spoke.
Previously about a message, so I'm assuming the others have told you.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten filled in on everything that happened. So I heard you had like a ops meeting, and you were like, okay, so you took away the mod roles, right? Which is fine, and I think that's completely agreeable. And okay, I don't disagree with that ruling at all. And then, but the problem is that like while doing that, you were not like explicitly, but like implicitly, like showing them the door, being like, if there's something you want to do, I encourage you to go do it with your own thing, kind of thing.
Okay, well here's the thing: they keep talking about it, and it never happens. I have been promised movie nights. I have like actually movie nights stopped happening for D&D games.
Yeah.
Q wanted to do.
Did you express
something.
So when people
pause. What? Again, right? It was even established in that mod call, right? Fauci says, "Oh, I don't do this as like a full-time thing, right? I've got like stuff to do with like, being a student and stuff like that, right? Cloudy's got like work and stuff like that. Again, this is like just standard stuff, right? Everyone's got stuff to do outside of like YouTube crap, right? Like me included, right? Just like it's not. Just reorganize. Like, ask. Yeah, just ask them then, as like Beefamet was saying. Like, dude, it's not that fucking hard, right? Like, stuff can get rescheduled, okay? It just depends on people's, how busy people are getting, right? I mean, look at Dude, they went away for 5 years, right? I may have over-exaggerated that, but yeah, exactly. I don't know. It feels so strange to be like, yeah, I'm letting you go because you didn't organize a movie night? Huh? You didn't organize a D&D thing? Like, again, I believe I heard this on K-Hug stream when both Ash and Q called in. Where they would KJ had like organized a one-shot D&D campaign, right? For like 2 o'clock in the morning his time, or like 6 or something o'clock in the morning, something like ridiculous, just so that Cloudy and Fauji could join it, right? But then, Cloudy had to cancel. And again, right, people have to reorganize stuff, but you can't. It goes both ways, right? It goes both ways. It's petty. It's very petty.
I'm not doing that anymore. Perfectly honest, people are autonomous adults.
So
I can't keep. Sorry to cut you off, but I am personally very tired of being overly communicative and asking if they have the ability to do that. Because Asher said that they were unable to do it, which is fine. I didn't really give a shit about it. But like, my whole thing is, okay, like Q for instance, Q begs me to do something, and I said, hey, do something, and that it just doesn't happen. He constantly says that he's going to do something, and it just doesn't happen.
Well, that's not even true either, because from my understanding as well, is like Q had all these had created these dockets and stuff like that for stuff that he wanted the ops to talk about. Right, to talk about on stream, and then Fauji just didn't want to do it. Now again, right, I understand he doesn't want to cover the topic. Fair enough, right? But again, he's doing stuff. It's just not true. It's very. I don't know what the correct word for it is. It's just lying. It's just lying about what is happening. And what people are doing. Like, there's a difference between people are doing stuff and they're not doing it to the way that I want it to be done, or so it fits into my schedule, or it fits to the way I want things to be run, right? People are doing stuff, people are putting an effort into the channel, like the ops are doing it, right? But for Fauji, that's not like to how he wants to run it, right? Which is kind of like what this kind of boils down to, is Fauji has a specific view for the channel and how he wants things to run. But, never, it's not, you're dealing with a group of people that have, like, very different, like schedules and lives consistently. What was I gonna say? I mean, hell, right? I'm on a podcast channel, right? Abstract. We have been very infrequent with our uploads because we all have very incredibly different schedules, right? I live in England. The other two live in America, okay? It's very hard for us to schedule something to do together, okay? Stuff like that. I mean, even me and Ace trying to organize, like, Deed and Silver stuff, it's all based around, like, what time is it going to be for me? Is Ace working? Am I working? Stuff like that, right? Like, I'm gonna be like streaming a lot less soon because I'm gonna be getting a new job, guys. Oh, awesome stuff. Joining the employed again. Okay, very cool stuff. Okay, evil stuff. God, I felt like so weird, chat. By the way, about like 2 days ago, or like this week, I got my veterans card in the mail. So weird, like a little pin. Like, just says, veteran on it as well. That's kind of cool. But yeah. And then, like, this big document that basically contained every single qualification that I had done whilst in the service, right? And I'm just like, oh my god, I forget how many things there are, first day of work, rifles, CBRN, bloody everything, all that. It's just, it was really weird to see, but, But yes, chat. Enough about me. Let's continue the drama.
Happen. What am I supposed to? I can't force him to do something.
Yeah.
With KJ has been fine. I mean, he was off research stuff. They weren't really modding. That's completely fine. There hasn't been really any stories. But again, I haven't been calling him a snake behind the scenes, which is what I'm being told he's been called behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think that comes from Beckett's mod team or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of them don't like them. There are also chatters that don't like them either. They feel very uncomfortable. You know Lord Rush?
Yeah.
Did you hear about what happened with Lord Rush?
No, what happened?
So he pulled a Nani essentially and used my name and Beckett's names and other people's names to essentially like strong arm people.
That's annoying.
And was sexually creepy to somebody,
Okay.
like straight the fuck up.
Yeah.
And the reason this person never came to us because she said, and I quote, "I feel uncomfortable with Killjoy and Ash in the room, specifically Ash because of Emrao, and I really don't want myself to be content." And that kind of I took that to heart. It was like, listen, these people aren't necessarily, and this was like a newer mod. Like, these people aren't feeling comfortable because of XYZ.
Military to transgirl pipeline be real. Nah. I was trans pre-military, okay? I put the trans in the military, okay? Putting it into the military. I actually did some interesting stuff with that, actually. I never really get like a chance to really talk about this stuff. I mean, there's a few reasons why, you know, PII, all that crap, right? I'd actually done a few things in regards to looking at stuff with like rules, and well, let's say rules, right? But more so, for example, there's specific things when it comes to the military where they can signpost you for help. Obviously, when it comes to the military, they can't, like, they're not qualified, or the doctors aren't specifically qualified when it comes to, like, HRT or endocrinology and stuff like that, right? Endocrinology, I think I said that wrong. You know what I mean, right? But they do have stuff where they can signpost you, right? Where they can, like, signpost you to, like, a third-party, like, thing, and they only have a few things they can really do in terms of, like, actual, like, medical help. When it comes to, like, medical, right, they can only signpost you to the NHS. When it comes to support, they have a few options, and I was looking at like the F mod form for it, right? And I clicked on a few of the links, and they're just like ancient websites, right? It looks like it's in the website format of like Windows 98. Insane. So like I put in a proposal for it, and I believe it got changed. It was a while ago. It was like really early into my career actually, so I don't even know if they did. I hope it did. I hope it did, because it was like, severely outdated. But yeah, that was interesting to try and do. Thank you very much, CC Moon, for the $2 US. Let's celebrate with marshmallows for yen. So true, guys. You have been exceedingly generous this stream. I do appreciate it. Okay, and for reaching that goal, you guys get another goal. Okay. Yes, marshmallows. Mellows. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Let me get that going for you guys. When it wants to. Sometime this week. Yes? Why is the super chest not working? It was a high nut. Let me just play the goal animation whilst I'm doing this, okay? Pro stream, okay. Pro stream. Why is it not working? The fuck? Let me try doing it on this instead. Hold on, chat. Oh, super chats are just broken. Oh, did it work? Okay, it did work. Awesome. Thank you very much. Welcome in. Okay. Marshmallow stuff makes me yearn for nostalgic roasted marshmallows. Oh, I love those. I loved when I would go away camping with my dad. Out in the countryside, we would go out camping and stuff like that. We would set up, and we would oh god, I must have been like so young. I was probably about like, God, I was being like 10 years old. Crazy. And we do like toasted marshmallows and stuff like that. It was good. It was really fun. It was funny when like a random like sheep came up to the tent where we were sleeping, and I believe he had to shoo it away. That was funny. Oh, my dad's such a silly guy. I'll tell you like a funny story about that actually whilst I'm just having a quick vape, okay? my dad, right, he had this nice, like, silver car, right? I don't know what the brand is, okay? Please don't kill me. I'm not a car girl, okay? And the school we went to, right, the primary school, it was on the parking for it was, like, along a row of houses, basically. There was no, like, actual car park for it. And the thing about it was, like, on a constant, like, slope of a hill. And my dad got out of the car, right? This is so stupid. And he was like, giving us a hug. He's like, "Oh, good luck for school, good luck for school." Like, yen, all that stuff, right? And then like, I noticed something moving behind him, and I'm like, "Dad, look out!" And his car is starting to roll down the hill. Me and my brother are just stood there as he's chasing after it, trying to get back into the driver's seat. And for the longest time, right, you almost just said your real name. Not true. Not true. Anyways, and he got it. He got the car, right? And for the longest time, he refused, right, to believe, like, admit that this story happened. It's just like, every single time I bring it up, every single time I bring it up, he would be just like, "No, that didn't happen. Yen, that didn't happen, okay? That didn't happen." I'm like, "Yes, it did. Yes, it did." He's only like, gaslight me. And then I think it was only like a week ago that I like brought this story back up because I still think it's really funny. And I was like, he was just like, "Yes, that did happen." I was like, "You fucker. This entire time you denied it happened." Oh no, it's funny. Took a small pause to not dox yourself, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's totally what happened. I'm a pro streamer, okay? I would never do that. Okay, let's continue.
I can tell them I trust these people, but if they don't implicitly trust them, I need to kind of make some things very clear.
Yeah. But so then it sounds like you were like, "Okay, let me go and accommodate the new mods over Ash and KJ."
No, not necessarily. This has been on the table for a while. This restructuring has been on the table for over a month.
So you've been thinking about move. Okay.
Yeah, this restructuring has been there for over a month because Ash is fine. Ash has done the thumbnail stuff. But like a specific thing was asked yesterday. Can I rejoin while working for Malcolm? I said no. I don't like Malcolm. I'm sorry. I have to draw a line. It's not a purity test thing. This guy's a-logging me, and I just don't feel comfortable with it anymore.
So you don't. So by join you mean join the ops?
Like come back on because Ash didn't. Ash has taken time off the stream because out of it was something that we agreed upon. And I said, like, if you're still working for Malcolm, he's going to put you in a line of fire. Malcolm, from my understanding, doesn't even credit them on their thumbnails.
Okay. And
I didn't want that for them.
I mean,
But did Ash even ask Malcolm to credit? Right? Did Ash do that? Is that an agreement that they had? Interesting.
They really shouldn't get. I don't think they should get credited for most of the work as long as they're getting paid. I think it's fine to not get credited. But
okay, that's fine.
If Ash wants to get on like stream and it fucks Ash's bag, I mean that's on them, right? I mean I know you don't fuck with Malcolm, but like it doesn't really sound like it's over the work. It sounds more like you don't fuck with Malcolm, so you don't want Ash on it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I misspoke when I said it. I'll reiterate what I was saying because I realized I was speaking too fast. What I am personally saying is that I made it very clear to Malcolm that I didn't want my friend to be fucked over. I also made this clear to Beckett when I spoke with him today. Yeah, and I made this clear to Beckett when I spoke with him today. I said, because the ask was, why is KJ being called like an op? And I said, I never said that. I never said that. I just never have. Like I've never done that. What I explained to them, and this was me speaking out of turn, is I don't want retaliation towards you from him while you're on my stream.
Yeah, but that's ultimately like
that's their choice. But I couldn't live with my conscience over it. Like,
are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not. Like, no, I'm not fucking kidding you, dude. Like, I don't want to screw other people's bags over it. I didn't kick KJ.
Yeah, but then that's Ash's bag to screw over. Like,
yeah,
Ash, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't sound like a good reason to be like you shouldn't be on stream. Like, if you don't want Ash on stream, just be like, I don't think you should be on stream. And yeah, Ash is an editor. Ash should focus on those things.
Yes,
you know.
And
but then,
they never lost their editing role ever. That was something that was expressed. I understand what you're saying. That's just my internal logic. You may not agree with it. You may think I'm like childish in that logic, but it is my logic.
I do think it's childish, actually.
That's fair.
I do think that, and part of this comes down to, I remember a conversation in Opp Talk where Ash was getting heat for taking clients who like don't like you. And honestly, like, if you're a contractor and you do contract work, like if Kat got money to draw a picture of me that was unflattering, I would not care. And there was this preconceived notion that you do not go after people's like contractors like that. And obviously that has changed.
But I'm not doing that. If you think that I'm doing that, I'm going to vehemently push back on that because I was the one that gave Ash the okay.
Yeah, but I know there was underlying frustrations with it. And I know Cloudy vocalized it too, so I'm sure it came up between the both.
Yeah, I understand that. Cloudy has.
Wait, hold on. I gotta replay that. Please tell me if I'm misunderstanding this. Hold on.
People's like contractors like that.
And
obviously that has changed.
But I'm not doing that. If you think that I'm doing that, I'm going to vehemently push back on that because I was the one that gave Ash the okay.
I was the one who gave Ash the okay. What, to go work with Malcolm or to work with other people in general? Right? Because there's a bit of a difference there. I'm not sure on that. Is Ash about? Himpy is so delayed. Dude, when did Himpy send me this? Oh, he sent it to me not too long ago. Thanks, Pookie. XO. There we go. I don't even think I have Ash added. But yeah, the point being, right, if it is that, right, if Fauci said, yeah, you can work with Malcolm, and then he's trying to get rid of them for working with Malcolm, that's fucked, right? That's fucked, right? Interesting. That was something I'd be interested to, like, get a confirmation on for. I might need to speak to Q at some point. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but I know there was underlying frustrations with it. I know Cloudy vocalized it too, so I'm sure it came up between the both of you.
Yeah, I understand that. Cloudy has issues with the three of them that I don't have. Or, let me rephrase that, I accepted. Truth be told, she was told the reason why Q made a separate server. There was an allegation that I would be the next Tyler that they would be waiting to get off of.
Yeah,
I wasn't there for the conversation. And I didn't care. My friendship and my loyalty to them came first.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel as if that's being reciprocated in a similar way because I gave an open forum yesterday to have the discussion. If people felt uncomfortable, if they thought I was doing something wrong, I would have appreciated it. And
but you, like, said in that call that, like, if this is gonna mess with, like, friendships, I'm gonna nip it in the bud. Thank you for coming. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I believe that was the wording used in that call, right? So it wasn't really an option for an open discussion because the way that I would interpret that, right, would be, you know, you're done anyway, right? I mean, even when people did vocalize stuff in that firing call, it was very much just like, we don't need you anymore. Get out, right? That kind of stuff. Fucking hell.
kept asking. He kept asking, like, hey, do you guys have any issues with this? Do you want to discuss this? Hey, do you have any issues with this? Do you want to discuss this? And, like, nothing happens. And I am trying to, my personal thing is I am trying to be a better friend, not a boss. And I realize that my frustrations are boss-like. They are not friend-like. And it feels like the delineation between the two, or the grace that I give other people, is not being thrown back at me.
I know when you, like, do quote-unquote boss-like work, you have a tendency to beat around the bush instead of just fucking straight up say it. Like, from what I heard and was told, it was like, you opened the floor, Q asked what he could do to help, and you were like, nope, there's nothing.
He asked regarding mod stuff.
He just asked in general.
Okay, well, if that's how I interpreted it, so That's on me. But honestly speaking, there hasn't been anything for Q to do for a very long time.
But I didn't. Can we just call it like it is? He's not good on stream, and you would prefer he not be on stream because his audio quality is bad.
No, it wasn't the audio quality stuff. It was inconsistencies. He would inconsistently be on stream. He would not be on stream. Things like that.
Okay, so then that's the reason you don't want him on stream.
But I didn't kick Q off stream.
Okay, but yeah, I know you didn't kick, but you showed the door.
Sure, you could say that.
Yeah, but then like, why didn't you vocalize? Why didn't you just tell him like, bro, I don't think that you work on stream? Is what I'm saying.
If I'm being honest, I was trying to preserve his feelings, as stupid as that may sound.
Yeah, but I can tell you it was infinitely the wrong way to go about it. 100%. You should just rip the Band-Aid off.
Okay, and that's fine. And I can accept that. I can absolutely accept that it was the incorrect way to go about it. I can absolutely accept that.
Like, look, here's the thing, right? I'm one of these people, right? As much as it may hurt, I like it when stuff is given to me straight with this kind of stuff, right? I think if you're like, you know, I feel like that can open up, like, leave a lot of, like, lingering feelings of just being, like, not really an explanation actually being given, and when that actual reasoning is, you know, fed back to you, right? After the fact, and having to find out from a third source, that kind of stings even more on top of that, right? But yeah. Imagine if I'm in a call with people, I'm such a cunt, and half the time I don't even mean to. Yeah, because you're evil.
I don't like cutting off friends. I don't like telling friends, I don't like telling friends something like that's hurtful, especially Q, just because he always does blame himself. It was the Tyler stuff, then the Makari stuff, then other shit. I never wanted that. I didn't want that for him specifically. When it came to KJ and Ash, their programs were running the same way they were always running. Ash was still going to do editing. Ash was still going to help me with thumbnails. I started editing myself. The only reason I wanted to do that is so I could take a little bit of load off of everybody, because I know that Greg started a new job and won't be around.
Yeah.
And Ash is busy with other people's responsibilities, and I wanted to learn for myself.
Yeah. And that happened like right after the quote unquote meeting, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
that
was a horrible decision. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking, but that made you look like a humongous asshole.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to be an asshole. You want me to be honest? I'm going to be an asshole either way. I'm sorry, but that's just
I get it, but it was like, you know, it's like a time and place. It's like, you're like, I want to preserve the friendship. I want to be nice to these people, but then also in the same breath, hey, teach me the thing that's going to make you obsolete. Also, I don't want you on stream because your association with Malcolm. It's like,
I understand that. I understand that it was poorly timed. Am I disagreeing with you? I'm not disagreeing with you, dude. It's just like, at this point, I have given and given and given a lot. And it feels like I did not get the same courtesy in return. No one has talked to me. I reached out. The moment I found out that this whole Beckett KJ thing was going on, I reached out to Beckett. I did all of this behind the scenes work because I'm like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here. This is inappropriate. This is not what KJ did.
Yeah.
And it feels like
interesting.
If an issue was made to me regarding that, regardless of how I handled it, if it was in the inopportune fashion or the incorrect fashion, I show grace that I don't receive in return. And it's not the first time that
it's like, what if they're not? What would you like? This meeting happens. Like, what is the grace you're expecting? Or like,
if there were private concerns, I would have appreciated them to just come to me privately, and we would have spoken about it privately.
Yeah, I don't really.
Yeah, but that was never. Well, here's the thing, right? It seems to be a case of like stuff like bubbling up to the surface that like basically just like coalesced into that mod call, the firing call. Was there much communication from Fauci when it came to people, you know, not doing stuff on like a certain deadline that he was expecting? Or being like, hey, look, this is like actually like annoying me. I want this done. I need this done like by this point. If you're not going to be able to continue to do this, I'm going to get rid of you. Or stuff like that. Or like, you know, do I need to get someone else to do this, right? Like, I feel like having those, I don't know. At least for me, right, having those little, like, steps before the call would have ended up getting to the point of having a mass firing, right? Would have gone a long way, I think. But yeah. I mean, it's just difficult to schedule things with different people, right? I don't know. Tricky stuff. Yen's the good cop, and Ace is the bad cop. I'm Blobby. Only the British will enjoy that joke. I don't like Mr. Blobby. He's terrifying.
Know or think if there were private concerns from their end, because I'd asked them about it, and it's like more like, oh yeah, we do stuff. It's like I know the amount of D&D being played was like a an issue or whatever. But like,
I mean, they sit in a VC for 16 hours, and then like I like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be kind of blunt. Like it was very. So this is my issue. It's purely my issue. Not so much Ash, but it would have been really nice if somebody said, "Hey, D&D is my main focus now."
Yeah.
And I didn't get that. I'm pulling teeth.
Yeah, I hear during the meeting that you didn't really like put that on the table. You kind of were like beating around, just saying.
I have the meeting recorded if you want to hear it. I don't really like. If I'm beating around, I'm beating around. I will show it. I'm not fucking around anymore. Like, I'm kind of at a point where I'm a little frustrated because it's like it feels like for the fourth time this year, my friendship is being taken advantage of. For the fourth time,
dude.
First it was Tyler, then it was Makari. Not so much the fucking Psy shit. The Psy shit pisses me off, but it's whatever. And now it's...
See, the Makari thing is interesting. Because, what, the KF leak? Interesting. Interesting. Even though it was proven that it wasn't Makari. Interesting.
Like, it's by the people like closest to me that I would defend time and time again. Like when people told me I probably shouldn't have done that, and I can admit that I didn't handle everything correctly. I'm okay with that, but it just feels like, I don't know. It just feels like it never mattered.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to sit down and listen to the meeting. Aside from that, yeah, I mean, I know they're in like a VC for a lot of the day, but it's like one of those things where it's like, even if they're playing D&D, like, and it's happened for me too, right? Where I'm like, okay, I'm busy. All right, D&D's canceled. Okay, go do the thing that you need to do. Go do the work you need to do. Right. So
just to be clear, this server was the one he was in. He played D&D with us. His DMs just revealed he had problems with people being closer to Diesel than him. Wait, what? Wait, that was his issue? His issue was people being closer to Diesel than him. Really? See, apparently I'd heard that Fauci had given over his DMs, but I haven't seen that. Interesting. Thank you, Killjoy. Also, I like your new PFP, okay? I am also a Bleach fan, okay? I very much like Grimjow. Evil stuff.
But like those things need to be like just said to them, right? I know you're kind of like putting them in a position as like, oh, are you going to do this or D&D? But like, they're going to do that if you like bring it up. But it doesn't seem like you brought it up.
The D&D stuff? Or specifically...
Well, I'm saying that, but you know, like, oh, you know, they're in a VC 16 hours a day, right?
I mean, well, now it's my frustration. I didn't bring that up because I don't personally care what they do on their off time.
Yeah, but you're looking at what they're doing in the off time and being like, oh, well, maybe they could do something for the channel in that off time. Or at least that's how it reads when you're telling it.
Yeah, that is how it reads. It's probably out of turn. I think my personal... I feel a little raw, I'm not going to lie. I feel a little frustrated. I feel incredibly hurt because I've known how they've talked about me behind my back for a period of time, and I let go.
Well, I know there was the thing about like KJ was venting one time in a public VC, right? Is that what we're referring to?
That's not just that. I know about the Tyler comment that wasn't a public VC.
Yeah, I know that. I know that was in private. Yes,
I know the reason why the other server was made.
Which was Q's?
Yes, he openly told Cloudy the reason he made it is because he found me annoying.
Yippee, also Cloudy, Rena, and Fauci all talked about Cat and Hal being too close to Diesel or some shit. It's in there to be clear, it just came down to jealousy. That's so gay. Bro. What the fuck? Okay. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit a like. Subscribe, okay? This is fucked. Sorry I haven't really said much for a lot of this part. I am trying to like decipher a lot of this shit as well as I'm watching. Yeah. I don't know. It's just... It didn't have to go this way, right? I mean, Fauci's apparently, like, vented or talked about other people before in a negative light. Is my understanding, right? I mean, there's that thing with, like, the whole private server and stuff like that. I don't know. It just feels a bit hypocritical. Again, you can be hypocritical, right, and still have your feelings hurt, but I don't know. It feels like communication could have been better on both ends, right? When it came to stuff like work being done. Yeah, we all woke up balls ass early, like 6:30 a.m. to play D&D with this guy, and it was fun, and we made a game so he could play. Yeah, I did make reference to that earlier. I believe that if I'm remembering correctly, Killjoy, that's the one that Cloudy couldn't make, even though, and then Cloudy would later on go like, oh, it just feels like I'm excluded for stuff, which is interesting. Sometimes you have to let the stream speak for itself. Yeah, but I'm a commentator, okay? God.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Q seemed to have really liked you, so I don't know about that personally. But I mean, you're hearing it from your partner, so I'm not. And I of course don't know, so obviously I'm not like, saying, oh, don't believe them, right?
And I want to make it clear that it's just like I put all those things to the side.
But yeah, to circle back on the Tyler thing, I know Claudia came to me about the Tyler comment that I believe it was Ash who made that one, right?
I don't know who made it.
Okay, well there you go. It was Ash because Patty told me.
Okay, she didn't tell me who made it.
Yeah, and it was more like, I'm sure you get it now because like this has happened multiple times. I've experienced this multiple times. It happened with the Reddit crew when I was a fucking 19-year-old shitter. It happened with Core. It's happened before. Like obviously it's happened, right? I've experienced it. Of course, when that happens, if you're close enough to the person, there's like this, apprehensive fear. Oh, I have a friend. They're kind of in the same position as this other friend. I hope it doesn't all fall apart, right? I get that frustration and fear. I don't think it's something said out of like malicious discontent with your attitude and more like I don't want to live that experience again because it was, harrowing, right? And I'm sure by now you understand what that is because of all the drama, right? And I had asked about this and I had talked to the people about this and I relayed that to Cloudy where I'm like, well, what said was said can't be unsaid. You just have to kind of like prove it wrong, right? If you value the person, then you're going to go out of your way to do it. Cloudy didn't really seem to be interested in that. I'm like, that's fine, whatever. But like, I get where the person would be coming from in that case. I'm not excusing that it wasn't a mean thing to say because you also experienced Tyler, but I understand it because I lived it. Right. And even now I'm sitting here with this stuff going like, okay, well, here we go. I don't want this to be another Core thing. Right. So I get it.
You think I'm going to be Core?
No, not you. I don't know who. Right. Or even
why is Core
the only reason that this is even related to that is like the fucking like I know that they play a lot of D&D and that sometimes overlaps with like stream or responsibilities. And I know that was an issue for him with me. And it was one of the things he got frustrated with me at.
I mean, listen, I don't again. I want to make it like very expressly, perfectly clear. I have no issues with Hal. I want to make that very fucking clear. If Hal came to me and talked to me about it, I would say the same thing. We probably have disagreements, but I'd probably say the same thing that I don't have any ill will towards her.
Yeah, I figured it's not about Hal, but more or less the act of like playing a game over like productive activity.
I think my issue is, personally speaking, I think my personal issue is that, and I'll accept responsibility, I think no one was honest about their intentions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll be perfectly honest with you. KJ just messaged me, pulling out as a DM, as well as saying he doesn't want to do research anymore. That he and his wife spoke, and she doesn't like what she hears about the research side.
Mm.
So I don't know how true that is, but I will say that whatever his wife says matters, and that's pretty much it. That's a conscientious decision. They are both grown adults in a relationship, and that should take precedence over anything I fucking do.
Mm.
But like, if I hear that that's not the case, and if I hear that that's not what's happening, and I hear KJ is assisting somebody, I mean, like, that's gonna be fucked up to me.
Mm.
Because like, I'm taking people at their word.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it to me, I don't know. It sounds like he just doesn't want to work with you, but I don't know what his like, what he's planning for himself. I know he wants to do like D&D stuff more creatively, so it's
I'm not gonna live chat again. I do apologize. There's not really too much I can really say on this. Okay, I'm not too versed in this little aspect of it. God.
Okay, maybe that's what he does, but that I haven't spoken to him about. He did tell me that he was like, there's like an op section in like the Opp Block server that had like research stuff in it, and he was removed from it.
There's no research in that at all. The finding stuff?
Yeah.
There's no research in there, not to my knowledge.
But
Never even looked
was
in there.
he removed from it?
That would be Cloudy. Cloudy, I don't know what she does with the Discord. I think she may have had a discussion with him about it.
Yeah.
But literally all
What's happening with? I don't fucking know. That guy comes and goes like the wind.
There is Scarlet Reaper.
Yeah, I'll need to circle back with him again, but he was telling me that there was
it's called findings.
Stuff he lost access to, and he was like,
he lost access to certain things.
Yeah.
He lost access to certain things. But the findings,
like,
but the findings tab was more moderator stuff as well. It wasn't just research stuff.
Yeah,
there's mod stuff in that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
because tracking Scarlet privately is mod stuff.
Well, then that stuff also needs to be like 2 is 1 and 1 is none, right? So it's like if he's removed from that, well, then he lost access to something that could be useful in the future, and it's like, okay, well, you need to make sure that that's like accessible to somebody who does something like that.
Yeah, and I did.
Okay, I've just noticed this in the chat. Guys, Lio, Cavalry, take it to DMs, okay? Not having you do your little like back and forth in chat, okay? You guys can do it there. Go to Thunderdome or something, okay? But yeah. Otherwise, I just time out both of you. Thank you.
First, that I did want mod access back to him, to Cloudy. So I'd have to circle back and ask her what their ultimate conversation was about it, because I know they had a conversation about it.
Yeah, I have a feeling it didn't reach a amicable end anyway. So if I'm just hazarding it,
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you right now, she's very hurt by them. She feels very betrayed because for a long time she felt like she didn't have a space in her own server. But just because of everything that happened with Makari.
Yeah.
And found out more on her own without me present, and wanted to spare my feelings for a period of time. I have to message people now.
Sorry.
With this.
Hold on. You wanted to spare you feelings? Hold on.
She feels very betrayed. Tell you right now.
Amicable end anyway. So if I'm just hazarding it,
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you right now, she's very hurt by them.
So
because I'd access back to him, to Cloudy. So I'd have to circle back and ask her what their ultimate conversation was about it.
It does always seem to link back to Cloudy. Interesting.
I know they had a conversation about it.
Yeah, I have a feeling it didn't reach a amicable end anyway. So if I'm just hazarding it,
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you right now, she's very hurt by them. She feels very betrayed.
Yes, Lio, I'm very gay. I am very gay. Suffer. So the D&D thing was a campaign we were going to do on stream. It fell through because he was spooked off the other players. Ash and Q were players and he fired them like it was a dead project. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just like, why would you want to play with someone who's literally just fired you? Those feelings are still going to, like, stay there? Like, what? What did you think was going to happen? Fuck.
Because for a long time she felt like she didn't have a space in her own server. But just because of everything that happened with Makari.
Yeah.
And found out more on her own without me present, and wanted to spare my feelings for a period of time.
Found out more about Makari without me present and wanted to spare my feelings. Isn't that interesting? Now, when it comes to Makari, the only thing I can think of that happened is obviously the KF leak, right? Now, the only thing with it is, right, is if you guys have seen Beckett's stream, Future Nightmares illustrated that it could have only been 2 people. That either being Cloudy or Rena, based on the device that the screenshots were taken on, compared to who else in the ops had an iPhone. It was only Rena and Cloudy. The theming used on the Discord screenshots was the exact same that Cloudy was using at that time. Cloudy, if you look at the data, when it comes to like what time zone the screenshots were taken in, it comes down to, I don't remember, in America, you guys have too many places, a specific time zone in America that only those 2 were in. When it came to Cloudy, it was that time zone specifically because they were visiting Fauji, who was in that time zone. But for some reason, it was painted originally as Makari being the person who leaked to Kiwi Farms. Which is very, very interesting. Makes you think, right?
I have to message people now because with this drop, I have to now pay things that I have to pay out. I mean, there's other stuff behind the scenes that I'm not very happy about. That I don't think I ever broached. That I don't think is important. No, it's not. It's not important. because I think it's just I don't want to vent to you about our friends or I guess my ex friends.
Well, I mean, the issue is that I kind of get stuck in the middle of these things, as I have to like mediator or investigator every time, which I'm fine doing. I just don't want to be the one that's actively going out and like. The only reason I found out about this is because like I heard like I literally I joined the VC and like the vibes were weird. And I'm like, something going on.
And then, so everyone's talking about it. That's nice. I would have appreciated being told.
I had asked. Right, because I
yes, but if I'm being perfectly honest, it's not for Cat, Hal, Caustic, and other people to know about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my staffing decisions are not their
Are you surprised that your friends are talking to their friends about a thing they're frustrated with?
Sure, but here's my issue: is that I gave them open space to talk to me about it.
I mean,
not really,
and I've given them.
Then we might as well just watch the fucking meeting.
Like,
it wasn't not really an open space, right? It was basically like no matter what you say, you're still getting like fired. Like, I mean, even those people who did voice like discomfort. Right, being like, is there more I can do? It's like, no. You know, I still like doing the editing. No, I'm gonna learn how to edit. Can I come on the streams? No. So it's kind of like, I guess calling it open space is really like misrepresenting what happened in there because, people voiced stuff with it and were immediately shut down. There was no room for like discussion or like, anything like that. But yeah.
Anymore. Like I'm oh my god. I'm trying to put my personal feelings to the side. I am actually trying to because I'm actually really upset now. Because it feels like no matter what I did, no matter what I do, I'm always the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I did things because I cared about people and I thought they cared about me the same way.
Yeah, I mean, out of talking to them, they all seem just as hurt as you. So it's like I don't think anybody. Listen, I'm assuming no malicious intent.
No. Really, no. I'm out. Sorry, I need a minute.
Lol. Is that the end of it? Okay. Thank God. Oh, fuck. Do we continue, chat? Nice. The trailer's here. I'm not gonna lie, it's like almost 3 a.m. for me. God. Do I continue this? I've got a bit more to cover. Oh, not this one. We don't need that one yet.
I do have
shh. Be quiet, Beckett.
some background visuals for you because there's no visuals for this call.
Shush. Yeah, this is an hour 40. What do we think, chat? What do we think? Hour 40. I'm getting a bit tired. I don't know. See, I don't want to start this and then not have the energy. Get some sleep? Okay. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Chat, we will get through this, okay? We've only got a little bit more, realistically, more to cover. Make this part 1, true. Okay. I mean, we've got an hour 40 here. We're going to be skimming around this stream. We had a derail, which was painful. This is only 21 minutes. And then, what, 6-minute response in a Google Doc? Okay. Be done tonight, and then stream, then gaming stream early tomorrow. We'll see about that. We'll see. Might do like an early gaming stream, and then like have a short break tomorrow, and then get back into it. Okay. I think that might be a plan. But yes, chat. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, all 100 of you. Jesus Christ. That's insane, okay? I want to thank everyone who's, like, been around, okay? Everyone who showed up. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. Everyone who's become a member, okay? Donate to the channel. Hit the like button. Subscribe, okay? Let's see who's live, okay? See who I'm going to raid you into. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So far, chat, I'm not happy, okay? I might send you over to K-Hack, okay? Been a while. Last time I rated you into Hambleton, so I'm gonna do that. Okay? But yes, chat, I very much appreciate all of the support, okay? But yes, chat. It's so over, okay? It's so over. Bye.